So, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Point 'em Out. We're back. We got Jers in the building.
Yeah.
We got Rage in the building.
What's up, guys?
All right, first I want to tackle these subjects. Point them out. Sega suggests it could become the latest publisher to raise game prices to $70. I wanted to let everybody know that that whole $70 quote that's dead because you should be paying $70 for the remake of Resident Evil 4. Sorry. I'm surprised they didn't sell Sonic for $70. And actually, Sonic is actually I think one of the best selling Sonics of all time. This the latest Sonic. I just wanted to dead that conversation. Weekly hot take for this week. For PlayStation 5 people and PC people, but it's mostly for PlayStation, the PC group. I mean, the PlayStation group because, Switch nobody really cares about unless you want to celebrate Zelda. So I'll get a hand clap. I'll give a hand clap for Zelda. Microsoft doesn't really matter at all. Phil Spencer even said himself, and PlayStation and PC kind of actually is the perfect couple and perfect marriage. So, hot take for this week: Kenna is. I got this off of Reddit. I thought it was a perfect hot take. Kenna is the best PlayStation 5 game I played so far. I don't know about y'all, but that's a real hot take. Now we can all boil it down to that's his opinion, Cloud. Yeah. We know. But to debate his opinion, that I don't listen. That you must love the game. All right, I'm not going to kill you. All right, let's keep it moving. Blood Hunt development ending after next update. So Blood Hunt is another online gaming service that we're going to see just disappear off into the sunset, I guess. Me and Jers was just talking about this last night. So, Lords of the Fallen PlayStation 5 release might be set for October.
Hopefully.
Now, me personally, if they want to get into the big swinging haymakers with, with the I guess that autumn to winter lineup, I think that's Death Dealer's Row if you want to go ahead and take a tangle with Spider-Man, Starfield, and stuff like that. So that's pretty much crazy for them to say that. If that's the case, hopefully, because Elden Ring DLC might be coming out around that time. It's gonna be battle for the RPGs. Ghost of Tsushima and Sekiro are reportedly getting anime adaptations. Now, if this is true, praise him. That's all I gotta say. That'll get me more into the lore instead of a live action movie. Even though I will be seeing that day one, Ghost of Tsushima in theaters because I'm such a big fan of the lore. And I thought this quote was crazy from VGC. Final Fantasy has the potential to stake a claim as the defining RPG of the early generation. Now, I thought this was funny in the take because me and Jers loves Elden Ring so much, and I just think that at a certain point in time, like, all right, is Elden Ring not getting enough respect, or or is 20 million sold not enough respect? I mean, do you need to cross 50 to get the respect that you deserve? I don't know.
Well, this is why I said real quick. Let's hold on that. I said this on Twitter. I forgot who I said it to. Right? I said, okay, Bloodborne got 2 to 5 million sales. Dark Souls 3 around the same regard, maybe 5 to 10. Sekiro, I think I forget how much they had. I don't know, but they had a lot. Elden Ring, 20.5 million copies sold, digital, physical, whatever. Right? So I said, you know what, man. This is just, whether people think it's easy or hard or whatever, this was a good entry point for Souls and Souls-like games to come in because, one, you had the freedom to explore and go anywhere you really wanted to, other than the fact that the other Souls and Souls-like games were very linear-ish. They say open maps. It's not open maps. It's open area-ish games. It's not an open world. People think that freaking Souls games are open world. They're not open world. They're open area-ish worlds. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't fast travel here to there, here to there. Elden Ring, they give you that option. People are saying it was too easy, this, that, and the third. But I said, like, the next iteration of a Souls game, if they follow the Elden Ring situation with an open world, I think they're going to double down with some more mechanics, like I said.
Yeah,
maybe
but are they getting enough respect for doing
quick,
Elden Ring?
I know, but real quick, this is what I said. I said they might sell double that next time. Because I'm telling you right now, the 20 million people that bought it are going to have 20 million again to buy the next one. And then word of mouth is going to spread like hot cakes in a frying pan. You know what I mean? So I believe it's going to hit 30 to 40 million for the next Souls and Souls-like game if they continue that format with the open world, which I believe they are. Yeah, go
ahead. So let me finish. So I don't know that particular headline, the article, reading more into it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, make sure that people understand that Elden Ring still exists and people are definitely waiting for the DLC. People have made whole channels because of Elden Ring, and just to say, I haven't seen a whole bunch of Final Fantasy 16 just channels out there. So for people to say the defining RPG of the early generation, I find it crazy and hectic. Let me finish the rundown. The voice of actor Alan Wake has confirmed Alan Wake 2 is releasing this October. I didn't play the remake because I beat it already in its original state years ago when the game first came out. So I wasn't really too interested in beating the remake, but yes, I am a Control fan and I am an Alan Wake fan, and Quantum Break really wasn't the game for me. But that was just a nice little update on Alan Wake 2, the much needed sequel, if you ask me. Now this might be news or not news. I don't know. Take it or leave it. Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake will be revealed at PlayStation Showcase, but no exclusivity to the PlayStation console. Now, for me, it doesn't really make or break the game if it's not just solely on PlayStation. I guess it would be another feather in the cap for PlayStation if that was the case. But we will see if it's on Game Pass. If not, let's see if it gets supported by the Xbox community. And now the whole idea of this show is eating good. That's why we have Mr. Fat Bastard on the on the thumbnail. Thus, we're going to be talking about eating good and always eating good. The latest news that been coming out over the last couple weeks about the stumble out the gate for Redfall. If you've been watching me, I've been trying to tell you this for a long time. This is bound to happen. This is normal days over at Xbox, even though you've seen Phil Spencer come out and make an even more ass of himself, and people will call that a leader. It's not really a leader, right? It's BP. It's Chevron. You want to spill oil into the sea and then get paid for the cleanup. You can't make a mess and then be a leader and stand up and say, yeah, I take account. I actually do. If you listen to the wording of Phil Spencer when he was talking, it's not actually taking accountability. It's not. But, since he's the head, he has to come out and do the PR, stuff like that. He's the hitman. He comes out and does the PR, takes the hits for the company, and that's what he gets paid for. But ultimately, at the end of the day, he's the leader, and we look towards Phil Spencer for guidance when he comes out and speaks. And guess what? He has let the community down once again over there at Xbox. I don't really, because I heard Cowboy saying that, if Redfall wasn't really, promoted as the game, like, one of the big titles and stuff like that, people wouldn't care. First of all, they did. We don't live in a universe where they didn't. So they already laid the groundwork for it being a heavy hitter AAA title, and it failed out the gate.
Marketed it that way.
Yeah, they did. They gave it the premier spot at the end of one of their showcases. That means it's the premier game. So once you lay the groundwork for it to be one of the titles that's carrying the Xbox brand, it's too late. It's tumbled out the gate. It's over. You know what I mean? I can't believe that you said in the comment section on one video of Docs that it was a 6 out of 10. I don't know where you're getting the 6, and I don't know where you're getting the 10, but it's nowhere near either of those numbers. It's nowhere near either of those numbers. You know, you can cop out and say, yeah, that's my opinion. But guess what? General consensus say it's around a 2 or a 3. And that's running on PC and on console. So that particular feather in the cap is for Sony because that's why they're eating good. They don't even have to come out with a showcase. This is how good Sony is actually eating. They don't even have to come out with a showcase. They could just wait for Xbox to show they shit and be like, you know what? I mean, according to y'all, the standard is like yay high. So if the standard is yay high, I could just watch it. Yeah, like I can just watch Xbox come out with theirs in June 11th or something like that, June 10th. So if you really want to get down to it, I could just wait for you to come out and then I could just drop Final Fantasy 16 and then I could drop something later. Sony is actually doing everybody a favor by keeping the pressure on Xbox just because. Like, and now I would definitely turn the pressure up on Xbox. You know how this is how we share a game. We're building up to that moment. Because at the end of the day, bro, you're looking at Microsoft and you're like, they're on the ropes. Why stop now? So this Wednesday, if Sony is showing anything heavy hitting as far as like knockout titles, I think it's a wrap. I think
so. I just want to read this real quick. Read the comments. Cowboy, welcome, because we got something to say with the whole Redfall and rebuttal with Mischief. That's going to come a little later, but I will say this. Welcome to the show, and I want to read your comment here. He goes, I think the issue is with people don't realize Elden Ring is also an RPG. People often put it in the category of Souls and an RPG. First of all, let me try to because I hate, like, I'm not gonna say hate. I dislike people talking about things they don't know anything about. Okay, I'm just gonna say something. Normally, when you have a game like Elden Ring come out and people find out it's open world, it usually has an RPG element involved because they need to keep players playing, right? Look at Valhalla, it has RPG elements. Look at Forbidden West, RPG elements, right? Attributes and skill trees, RPG right there. You know what I mean? Elden Ring, obviously, people who don't know the game, word of mouth, they're gonna look up videos. Well, they should. I believe you should before you buy a game. Why would you buy a game just because, oh, it looks cool? Like, no, bro, you got to do your homework, do your due diligence, and do things like that.
Real quick, no. Because back in the day, listen, all we had was trailers. All people are doing right now is cheating and sport. They're doing spoiler alerts. It needs to go back to the day and shit where you watch a trailer and you go off the game and see how it looks from that without shit being spoiled for everybody and stuff like that. You got everybody watching gameplay walkthroughs and everything pre-existing, and then you're taking the whole experience away from the game right off the rip. So I don't agree with that.
Would you agree that a From Software game, people don't understand, if it's From Software, you should understand by now what kind of games they develop in this sort of situation, right?
If you are a gamer,
right? Yeah, if you're a gamer, you know what kind of games these guys come out with. Look at Sekiro, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Elden Ring. You should already know it's going to be an RPG game right off the rip. People are not getting confused like, oh, it's a Souls game or it's an RPG. A Souls game is an RPG game. It's not just like, it's not different things, man. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, I don't know what people's mindset is with that, but yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, but is it just me or I'm seeing a lot of Xbox people?
Yeah. Listen, I'm not an Xbox player, but I don't mind Xbox. If I could afford all of it, I'd rock it. But my preferred system would be the PlayStation, and more recently, it would be the computer. So Xbox just kind of took another backseat. There was only a handful of games, my man, that I would have got Xbox just to rock. But I can't even say I experienced them enough to say that I would actually buy the Xbox for it.
I'm just seeing a lot of people having a hard time cope, and I was like, yo, I heard that whole debate about why can Nintendo, isn't like Zelda 30 frames, and how come they don't get nailed for it? First, I'm like, hold up, these coming from the same people when I come at Nintendo for not having, chat features, Discord,
phone to get that voice communication.
you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
awesome.
I just thought that it was crazy that the untouchable Nintendo is finally getting, but that's just it's just crazy to me that how find out people want to hate on Nintendo now. It's just like, bro, the console is older than most.
Park it.
Hold on.
Yo, wait. Cowboy just said this again. Cowboy, you gotta understand, son. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. He goes, and not everyone follows companies. What do you mean companies? You mean developers? We're gamers. We follow developers, insight, and all these things coming out. So you can't say we don't follow companies. Now you talking about Sony, Microsoft, and that shit. I don't care about the damn deal. I don't care what the hell's going on in Xbox, because if something real comes out for Xbox, I'm going to play it. Plain and simple.
And first of all, we're like, we are the hardest customers for like a game. We do follow these.
We follow this stuff.
Absolutely.
Man. You know what I mean?
And I'll tell you right now,
follow.
even if you don't know all these developers, let me tell you right now, when I say EA Sports, what are you gonna go and do? What do you know? Like, everybody, you'll probably know the name of EA Sports, which is a developer, before you actually understand the games that they are coming out with. So I don't want to hear that nobody follows developers, because that's not true, bro. There's a lot of people out there that follow just developer games because of how good they are. So that I can't agree with that.
He backtrack. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You got to word it properly, man, because people take text messages people take out of context. So I will say, he goes, no, I'm saying not everyone follows developers and know the type of games that developers makes. That okay, I'll agree with that, but we're gamers, dog. If we see a game that intrigues us, right, Cowboy, maybe like me and Cloud were talking about Lords of the Fallen. I looked at that game. You know what I seen, man? I seen a mix of numerous games. I seen Elden Ring, I seen Bloodborne, I seen a little bit of what's that, Ashes, Remnant from the Ashes and stuff like that. I seen a lot of things mixed with that game. It looks beautiful, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do a little homework on it. I'm gonna do a little background on it. What's going on with this game? Because I seen it. I was like, you know what? I first seen Beast of Truth post it like a couple weeks ago, because I wasn't really following gaming news out here. I just, I've been really busy at work and stuff like that. I talked to Cloud, talked to Rage. You know what I mean? We just talk a little bit here and there. But the fact is this, is that if everybody sees a game they're intrigued with, like, you know what? For example, Outriders. I was really intrigued by that game. I thought it was gonna be something dope. I played it. I didn't like it. It just seems like that. You know what I mean? So the Lords of the Fallen looks really interesting, man. I see some gameplay, and I hope it does come out looking like that. I believe it could, but I'm saying it has a Souls-like feel. You know what I'm saying? Dodging and hitting people with melee and the powers and spells and stuff. It has an Elden Ring feel to it. You know what I'm saying? So I know what kind of game that might intrigue, and that might be an RPG game. I'm going to do a little bit more homework on it, but that's what I'm saying. As gamers, we are going to do homework. We are going to do due diligence and look up research and see what kind of game this is, because why would you invest in a $70 game, $60 game, $15 game? It's pointless to do that. You know what I mean?
No, well, all right, first off, let me backtrack just a little bit. One, I'm going to go back to Nintendo, because people are saying they got this hate or whatever for Nintendo. Bro, don't hate on Nintendo. When you think of Nintendo, you're not thinking big games. You're thinking fun games, kid games, party games and shit. You're thinking not great stuff, just for it's just fun stuff, more for family and stuff like that. That's one. Two, and shit, yes, you know what? I will pay $70, because everything has inflation or whatever the case may be. It costs more to do shit. So, yes, I will pay $70, but I want $70 worth of that game that you are telling me and what I am expecting from my council to be playing, to be on that disc or in that digital content. I don't want nothing messing up itself, because now $70 might need be everything for somebody, but $70 is a lot to me. And then anything costing more than that, I'm expecting to have as much quality inside that game. Like, for instance, Elden Ring has phenomenal gameplay, mechanics, and graphics. So it's worth $110. Even if you don't like it, even if you think you some type of boss and you could beat this shit on the grandmaster level, whatever. If it's that easy for you, that's great. Go good for you. But if it's worth it, I will pay it. So I will have to say shit. I don't mind paying $70 if the game is worth it and you're giving me what you're telling me you are.
Yeah, I don't mind paying. Cowboy here, you go with the renting games. I don't know if it's a continuation or not. But my man Nelson Gaming said if Sony is revealing that they have marketing, so no Game Pass. I mean, I'm not really worried about nothing. Sony's eating better than most companies, ever would in their lifetime. Especially if your competition just said they can't compete. And then Nelson said Sony don't ever go before Xbox. They're going for the jugular. And this is what I'm talking about. Like I told you, like they don't really have to do anything. Sony is in the seat where they don't really have to say anything or do anything or go out of their way to make any changes or whatever like that, because ultimately you just seen a white flag from the other side. And people always want to say like well, we don't want to be just like the blue guys. Well, yeah, you do. This is why you see a whole bunch of teams hiring Bill Belichick coaches that's off his staffing tree, because I want to be like the people who win it. Why wouldn't you? You're not a Nintendo. You don't have like a kid based audience where it's like, oh, I can come out with the Mario movie and sell have a billion, come out like one of our fucking prized IPs all time. So me personally, I see Xbox as a weak animal, and they want to portray themselves like that too because they wanted the Activision deal to go through. I'm on Doc Dark type time when it comes to Activision. Let me know when you're getting what from Activision out of the deal. Like you can't tell me you robbed a bank and then you gonna get a post dated check. That's not how it's supposed to go. If you're gonna be happy about a Activision deal, let me know what you got right now. Because if
Apple said, do you know if this Lords of the Fallen is a remake or a continuation? No, I think it's just a new game for Lords of the Fallen. It's not a continuation. Continuation what? Lords of the Fallen, Elden Ring. What are you talking about?
For Lords of the Fallen, I don't know, because
it's not a continuation. It's just a new game. They just called it because I just read it, because I just did my homework a little bit. I didn't follow it. Because I remember the Lords of the Fallen from 2014, obviously, but I tried that out. It was a little cool. But they said it's like a new IP title. Like, what I'm saying? It's not like a remake or it's not like a continuation. It's just the Lords of the Fallen game. Like I guess they friggin' made another one called the Lords of the Fallen, but they adapted the Souls-like genre from software inspiration. So yeah, so you can say it's like a Souls-like game almost.
And that Nelson said they've been holding off because there was no purpose to have a showcase when you couldn't buy PlayStation 5 anyway. Now you can. Facts. I would agree with that. It's smart. It's smart. It's smart because at the end of the day, man, that's why I tell people like the perfect parent is a PlayStation and a PC, and if you want to throw in the Steam Deck and a Nintendo Switch, you can. You know what I mean? Like
play on the go, man.
Like play on the go that way. You're already geared up for everything. You know what I mean? You can have your stuff on the SD card and stuff like that and rock out. But other than that, bro, I don't really. You have a PC, so you're able to access Microsoft's library if need be. And as when Phil Spencer said, even if Starfield's 11 out of 10, it still wouldn't save. Man, my God, you ever see a person preach gospel and it's like coming to, it's like, bro, it hit different when I heard Phil say it. Even if Starfield is 11 out of 10, you know what I mean? Because to tell you the truth, if we did a poll, most gamers don't even like Bethesda games. Like, it's the same people.
Listen, I do. I'm
What?
an avid. I'll tell you right now, Bethesda and shit is
What games? Let's go.
Damn it.
Skyrim.
Nope. Skyrim was all right, but no. Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart.
I'm thinking of
Fallout. There you go. Fallout. Besides this last one that they just had, bro. Fallout
76.
Great games, bro. Great games. I love. I would follow Bethesda just because of the Fallout game franchise. So I can't say that they're not a flop, but I will follow them and shit. They are great game developers and stuff. They know their stuff. But just like any of these other fools and shit out here, they try to put out that content fast to make that money, but they're not putting out that quality no more.
I think that's a little worrisome because Starfield is supposed to be a really big kind of a No Man's Sky kind of situation where they're rendering the planets and everything in real time, which is dope. But I always said this, man, if a game's gonna be that huge, a single player to me doesn't make sense. It does not make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. To me, it doesn't. I mean, I can't. I'm being real. Like Witcher 3, right? That made a little sense, right? He was big as hell. I'm just saying, it's in space, man.
But there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Actually, at the end of the day, this is everybody's preference. But I'm sure Cloud could attest. Like all right, Ghost of Tsushima is a multiplayer game, but bro, I would play Ghost of Tsushima over and over again just by its story mode and its single player mode. I didn't even need the multiplayer in it.
Yeah, but that's a control. That's a control, and I would agree. Harold. Starfield has to deliver at least to their own fan base. And that's the crazy part. Like, and it's still not going to be enough. I don't care how much water that you bring with you. I've been thirsty for 3-4 years. Like, I don't care how much water you bring with you with this one game. It's still not going to be enough. So Phil Spencer is actually telling the truth when he says it's not going to save Xbox. It's not going to. It's not going to come close. It's not going to fill half the cups at the party.
Cloud, let me know when I can play those clips. Okay, real quick. Rage is my dude I knew in real life for 25 years, maybe more. So
yeah,
and
man.
he doesn't do YouTube or stream. He's just a gamer, man. That game's up heavy.
Yes, I'm new to this, guys.
Yeah, he's very new to podcasting. You know what I mean? I say, hey, come on the show, man. You have a good time. Let's talk gaming. You know what I mean? So that's that. So he's not like being catful. He's not trying to troll. He's just being real. These are real, his thoughts and opinions, and it is what it is. But yeah, he goes, I love that you guys have different people on the panel that has different opinions and where you guys aren't all just agreeing. And of course not, because listen, man, if you have all agreeing, that's boring as hell. Why would you agree with everybody? Like, why would you agree to everything everybody said? That's a little weird, man. It's like I don't
want like-minded people. I like to me and stuff, especially with a good podcast, bro. I want people who are able to debate each side because I want to know. Even if I don't feel this way, if you're gonna make a good argument about something where you could actually change my mind, and I could try something new and bring me to teach me some new things, I'm all for it, bro. I love that stuff. I love the debates. As long as we keep it clean, respectful, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. It's the good debate is healthy.
Right. But I want to know, ask Cloud, when do you want to play those clips? Cause,
right after this question. Right after.
Yeah, right,
so, all right. So, you know how the Square Enix thing is kind of working out with Xboxes, where it's like Square Enix is not owned by PlayStation, but they're like making games exclusively for PlayStation, and it's like they don't want to touch. It seems like they don't want to touch the Xbox like architecture and like being having to be, I guess, subjected to that in its own right. But I wanted to know if you see companies like Square Enix doing this right to Xbox or whatever. Um, do you think that it account for accidental exclusives that you see more companies that start doing what Square Enix is doing? It's not really personal, it's just business at the end of the day. Like, all right, I know people are going to buy these games on PlayStation. We look at the market share between a lot of games where it's like, oh, this game was majority brought on a PlayStation console, like Call of Duty and stuff like that. So do you think that this can create more exclusives for Sony just by accident, just because people don't want to deal with the architecture known as Xbox?
I will say right now, no, unless these developers are a prideful type where they're looking for only quality of their system and their name. I can't really say that I know many developers that are on that right now, but as far as making that money, no, I think they're going to do as much as they can. If they could put it out on the Nintendo, they could put it out the PC, whatever the console may be or platform may be, they're gonna put it out. Now, if you're gonna get a hell of a deal like freaking Call of Duty franchise did off of the Xbox, and thinking that just them getting that or something was gonna help them, then maybe. But if you're gonna go for somebody with the pride and like they're only looking for top performance, then I could say yes. But I personally do not see developers doing that. One, I think it would be absolutely retarded because they are losing money, and two, that it just doesn't make sense, man. Because if you're really worrying about the gamer, bro, you want to put your content out there on all types of platforms. And I'll tell you what, Xbox is cheaper, is more freaking accessible for a lot of people and shit. So it would help to have this shit out for them. They would still make their money. PlayStation's a little more expensive. I feel PlayStation is a better console. It plays better. It's just overall better. When I think Xbox, I think of a computer, and Microsoft being a computer, I would think that would have top-notch everything. I'm expecting maybe a little less than a PC, but that's just me thinking of Microsoft. But I don't think that it's going to actually get into that type of thing, because people will lose too much money that way if they start doing stuff like that, dude. That's my opinion, though.
Well respected.
Me personally, I think it could. I think it could. I think it could lead to, because I see Harold's comment. Unless Sony, he said unless Sony ain't cutting the check to make it exclusive, I don't see it not dropping on other platforms. I didn't say not dropping on other platforms. I just said not dropping on Xbox. See, now I don't have a problem because I've seen a game come out for PlayStation, Nintendo, PC, and not come out for Microsoft. So I'm just saying, like, these things do happen. And then Phil Spencer, coupled with Phil Spencer saying that, Sony and Nintendo making these deals is making it harder to compete. So I'm like, are they making these deals that's harder for you to compete? You're like one of the richest companies of all time. So is it harder for you to compete, or is it harder to actually work with your infrastructure as far as your console itself? I don't, it might be a little harder to do something for the Switch, especially at this late date, because of the chips that they're running on and stuff like that. But, ultimately I see like if people don't like to deal with the architecture of Xbox, then I think Square Enix won't be the only company. Now, I'm not saying that you can't develop for Xbox. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that maybe it's less frustrating. And obviously, we can see it's a little bit frustrating because we look at Redfall and it's like they cut the PlayStation 5 version out. They put all hands on deck with the Xbox version, and you still see how that came out. So I don't know. I asked that question because it's like it's a good dive in because that kind of shows me, is it the management of Microsoft or is it like the handling of Xbox with the management as far as like the heads of these studios, where it's not like one band, one sound, everybody's kind of marching to their own beat, and I don't think you can do that. It's like Kevin Feige with the MCU when it first started. It seemed like everybody was on the same, kind of accord. Now everybody's on something different. You see how the MCU is now. It's not really doing too good because it's like everything is everywhere. But when everything was on one drum beat, it had one rhythm, everything was clicking straight into place. But I just see Microsoft as like maybe it's the console itself or maybe it's the management. That's why they're not getting these deals or third party deals, or because I'm like, yo, there's no way in the world that Final Fantasy shouldn't be coming out for Xbox. And then it's like, well, Sony paid for that to happen, and I'm like, you're Microsoft, pay more. Like, I don't like, what are you talking about? If that's the case, when Sony made you that offer, you should have picked up the phone and called me and said, this is the price they're offering to make it exclusive. How much is it going to take for you not to make it exclusive? Like, and that's the give, I guess, the ebb and flow, because I'm like, yo, there's no way in the world that Square Enix games shouldn't be making it across to them, to Microsoft. That's just crazy to me. And it's not like Sony owns them. They don't own them. So I'm like, is this just accidental, or is this really that Square Enix is forever indebted to PlayStation? And I don't know. I don't know.
That's I don't know. That kind of, it seems like a loaded question, and I don't. It doesn't make sense to me why they would be just on Sony shit to on some real things. If anything, I could see there's probably a lot of behind the scenes things going on. Maybe Microsoft is trying to do something for the future where they might see other developers or something. I don't know. It doesn't make sense because Square Enix is a huge freaking developer too. So for them to not be on Xbox, they probably just didn't like the way Xbox does business. So, to me, Xbox is, I think they're a little more financial driven than actually catering to its customer base. I don't really feel like they care enough about the gamers itself to put in what it is that they need to put in for their gamer customers. I think Sony does a way better job actually doing things for their customers, listening to their customers more than Xbox does. I think they're just too financially driven. Like, to me, the whole Activision shit with the Call of Duty, like, why would you buy out a whole franchise? Like, what are you trying to do? Even the Call of Duties itself, they've been falling off. People play it only because it's Call of Duty. It's the name that they remember. It's a quick jump in and just play type of game and shit. So why would you pay that much to try to sign the whole thing out?
Because it's more than that, though. If you think about it in totality, it's like, all right, it's the biggest selling franchise besides GTA. So why not own that and just recoup the benefits of just having that be one of the highest, top 10 selling games every year? Every year. So you might as well just, pimp it out to everybody, and then you can have that residual income that comes through straight straight to your pocket. So it kind of pays for itself because, after a 10-year process of having that game out everywhere, mobile, PlayStation, Nintendo, everywhere. Say Steam, it doesn't really matter. GOG, it doesn't matter. Having it everywhere for the next 10 years, that'll recoup 50 billion for you. At least, and that's just a conservative number. So they may have paid 69 billion or seven. Just say it's a cool 71 billion for it, right? So if they paid 71 billion for it and stuff like that, that's fine for them because in the next 10 years they'll make that back theoretically. Theoretically. And
Okay.
I'm saying if that goes, and I'm saying a conservative number, that's 40% of what I'm thinking it could make. Yeah, if Microsoft, he said, what's the purpose of actually buying it? I'm like, if Microsoft actually, if things go as according to plan, that deal will pay for itself in the next 10 years.
Okay, so even with that being said, that just kind of, to me, it seems like that's validating my point where you're financially freaking stable. Because let's say, like you've been talking about this whole Redfall thing. Well, now, if you're planning to do this for your finances, but you're gonna give me content like this, like, bro, what are you trying to do?
That's a good point, bro.
Like, I'm not gonna be expecting shit games for the next 10 years while users sitting there recuperating. Hell no, I'd rather spend more money on the PlayStation.
No, I feel you.
That don't even make sense to me. Not even financial wise, because how much would you be gaining more if you was doing that 10 years of actually those greatest hits or those one hitters and shit that are actually like putting out numbers? Would you say the Elder Ring put what 20 something million?
Yeah,
on like come on, bro. Like you spent how much? And then this one game that's so many people thought it's so easy and it's got this, it's crap and shit. But this game did this much, it got all y'all suckers, right? Shit, it got me. I'm sitting here playing it. I love this game.
No,
So
I feel you, but don't expect. You gotta understand, Microsoft has always been known for purchasing, their, what you would consider and I would consider high prized possessions that we think they make, but actually they purchase. So even the Halo is a purchase thing. So it's not even where it's like they're known for being creative. They're known for buying stuff and then being known for owning that, and you forgetting that whole transaction that happened before they even purchased it. So you're like, even Internet Explorer, they didn't make that. Like it's all about buying it and then rebranding it under a Microsoft banner. So I wouldn't be surprised, don't be surprised, when you see Microsoft purchasing something, especially in the gaming arena, because, we are the biggest consumers besides like black women buying freaking hair weaves and stuff like that. Like I'm dead serious. Like we're the most loyal consumers. Like we're a loyal consumer fan base. And regardless, I don't care if regardless of where it's at, if it's Xbox or PlayStation, Nintendo, it doesn't matter. PC. We're gonna go follow wherever the hits are, but the hits haven't been coming. And listen, to tell you the truth, I come to find out that a lot of people are different gamers going through this like field of YouTube and stuff like that, running into a bevy of different gamers. Like a lot of gamers, I was just talking to Jers about this. Jers likes co-op games, right? You think he'd be an Xbot at this point.
Nope.
But Jers loves a lot of co-op games. I'm so conditioned from Sony that I'm cool with single player games and I'm content with that, right? Especially my work schedule and stuff like that kind of actually nails that down as well. So, but that's just normal for me to play a lot of single player games. But, a lot of people who love co-op games and stuff like that gravitate towards Xbox. and that ecosystem.
Don't
But
don't forget sports games too. And I'll tell you right now, bro. Whether it's one side or the other, I am an avid gamer. I play everything, bro. Everything. I love all types of games. My shit is mainly the creativity of that game. So I play single player games. I play sports games. I play fighting games. I play them all. I love all of them and shit. I love multiplayer games too and shit. I love the competition in it. It's just, bro, it's the creativity and what you're bringing out, what you're putting out and shit, what you're saying you're putting out, and the content and shit. Like, it has to be on point.
oh,
And not for nothing, you definitely don't sell the damn Xbox to me. I'll tell you right now, because the more and more we talking, all I know hearing is that they're just financially freaking based and shit. They don't care about the customer. They just care about swinging the bigger one. You feel me?
A lot of Xbox players would, a lot of Xbox would contend, basically put up a fight with that and say Sony doesn't care about their players and stuff like that. And it's just like, yeah, they do. And actually, if you want to say Sony's not listening right now, you can say that because a lot of people don't want them to go towards the online model because they don't want a whole bunch of online games from Sony, like service games, live service games. They just want Sony to make, head forward, straightforward single player games, big drama, stuff like that. But that can only take you so far. So you have to diversify your portfolio. And if you don't keep updating your resume, you'll fall behind the third place, fourth place, like Microsoft is now. If you don't keep updating your resume, and you can't live on Halo that you made 22 years ago, you can't do that. So what you got to do is talk about this damn showcase. All right, so before we even get to it, Jers, the showcase could have all killer blows, what we would call Mike Tyson shots back in the day, right? These could contain 3 Mike Tyson knockout shots, and I'm talking about a nice little body shot, the same one Tank Davis hit Garcia with a couple weeks ago. It could literally knock Microsoft into a slumber, and we won't hear from them until the 2 weeks before Starfield actually hits. And I don't want to hear about stealth drops. I don't want to hear about stuff. I don't want to hear about stealth drops at your little show. That ain't gonna cut it. All right. So Factions is number one on. I know how people feel about Spider-Man 2, but we gotta cut it.
Wolverine might be, show some a little bit more gameplay.
But that's not a knockout. We talk. We talking about Jersey has to be this year. It can't be 2 years from now. No.
I'm saying, they're gonna be showing that shit. You know what I'm saying? The Wolverine and shit.
Jersey, but who cares? That's not happening right now. We talking about something that's happening before Christmas.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
All right, so we talking about something that's tangible, something they're gonna put in your hands soon enough. All right, so Factions it's a wrap. If they show Factions and Factions is dropping this year, it's a wrap. All right, because Sony are going to Christmas with a live service game and high sales from Spider-Man 2.
My cousins go hard in Last of Us game.
I love The Last of Us too.
I love The Last of Us.
My cousin still goes hard on Uncharted multiplayer, bro.
I love the Uncharted franchise, bro. These are goats, bro. This is I'll even tell you right now, just like Cloud saying as well, the Spider-Man. Let me tell you, bro. Anytime I hear about a Spider-Man game dropping, I'm already thinking about buying it. Just like a Batman game and shit. Even let's just say real quick with your Wolverine shit, that sound good and all, but I don't get that enthusiasm. Like I would when I hear about a Spider-Man game dropping, bro.
No,
But
bro.
you know that's gonna be
If you
fire
told me,
right
if you
there.
told me the Wolverine game is rated M for mature, then we could have a conversation. Then we could start,
Absolutely.
yeah, like we could start sliding in the conversation about enthusiasm going back and forth. Let's read the comments. The comments said, my man Nelson said they brought Windows. LOL. That's not LOL. If you just know the history, you know the history of Microsoft, then you already know. Like that's how it goes.
But thank you for that info, bro.
Harold said only thing good on Xbox is their third party content on Game Pass, and that's subjective. I told you, bro. It's nothing. It's a barren wasteland over there. Got hit with a nuke a couple years ago. Cowboy said factions is also on the top of my list. Like, bro, I'm trying to tell people, like, if they say like, yeah, we got Spider-Man 2, but we dropping factions in a couple weeks. You know? Do you know?
Spider-Man 2.
Do you?
I wasn't really on multiplayer for the first one. The Last of Us saw multiplayer.
Yeah.
But I will say, if this game, this thing intrigues me, I'm definitely be on it. Definitely.
Me and Jer's gonna love the
first
last comment. Sony's
Yo.
Sony's about to drop the Final Fantasy 16 demo on the show. Yo, if if they do the Final Fantasy 16 demo right after the showcase, bro, I'm letting you know.
I'm like, yo, dude, it's in the history, right? Let's put the facts out the history. They always put a demo or something out of a game that's coming out that showcase day all the time. Every time they have a showcase, what do they have? A demo playable fucking whatever kind of game.
Street Fighter did that.
Already came out with the beta, so and that's coming out soon anyway. So I'm just saying, like Final Fantasy 16, you said like a month from now or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, they're gonna have a demo out for that or a beta or something. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, but what is this conversation about though? What like that's cool. I like the demos. What's wrong with that?
No, I'm saying
wow.
knockout. Like these are all knockout. Like In Space said, we will see Division, Heartland. Now me and Jersey, we like Division, but like
Division, hold on, real quick. Hold on, stop truck. Is that for mobile? Because I read somewhere it was just for mobile. That's not just for mobile, right?
No.
Am I thinking of something else? Am I stupid thinking of something else?
Yeah, because that's
all right,
not
I'm thinking of something else. My bad. Go ahead.
No, like all right. So Factions is a knockout hit. It's a put you to sleep. Spider-Man 2 is not a put you to sleep because we anticipating that we are. That's like I already know. Like why you tell like that's like in the wintertime somebody come out talking about it's cold. I already know it's cold. You ain't gotta tell me, bro. We already know. It's the obvious point. Number 3 on my list. If they show anything from Ghost of Tsushima, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I know it come out in like probably next year. But if they show anything for Ghost of Tsushima 2, I'm gonna lose shit. All right.
Bro, they might, man. They might. That shit came out what 2019?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, they might, bro. Don't sleep on it. They might.
All right, because that's why I mentioned at the beginning of the episode that.
Yeah, and Space, there's another Division game coming tomorrow. That's why I was like, wait a minute, is that the one? Or because I know it's like Sony Showcase, but I want Division 3. This is a side note, honorable mention. I want a Division 3 for PS5 and Xbox, whatever hell, cross-play. That's what I want.
That's
you know
it for the like.
That's what I want.
And that's all I wanted for is like the Series X and the PlayStation 5. I don't want to see any Series S.
Let's all rock together. Let's all play together. Cross-play Division 3. Let's go, because I it's like, yo, it's been what? How long since Division 2? The first one came out 2016. I think Division 2 came out 2019 too, also. So it's been like what, friggin' 4 years? I mean, come on, bro.
Bro, I would really let y'all know that I don't be on the hype train for it because it's like falling into a damn banana trap every time, and it's like you the stupid cartoon that wants to like you are always going to be the stupid cartoon to fall into the Acme trap, but.
Just call
GTA 6, bro, is going to be coming soon. I think
that's going to be its own release. That's not going to be in a Sony thing.
No, I'm just thinking like that's going to be that'll kill all that Heartland, all that shit. That'll kill
everything that's like showing. It is what it is. It's Rockstar. It's GTA 6. Been waiting 10 years for it. So
They got a big plate to live up to, especially with that doing Red Dead Redemption 2 dirty. But yeah, if you want to start playing those clips, brother, because I don't really. Do y'all have any knockout appearances that y'all think from the showcase is just gonna like? We already
mentioned knockout. We already expect it's not really a knockout. I think it's a nice jab. It's gonna knock you back a little bit. I want a Bloodborne remaster release. That's all I want.
Wait, is that what you want, or is that something coming through?
That's what I want, and hopefully David Jaffe said that he heard through the grapevine that it was confirmed in the Bloodborne remaster is happening. Hey man, he has inside sources. You know what I'm saying? He was a developer. He's in the industry. You know what I'm saying? He still has sources and ties. Could be true. I'm saying 70% could be true. I'm hoping for it. You know, I really am. I'm hoping for it because I would love to play with cloud 60 frames on PS5 or PC rather, and just get into it. You know what I mean? Better resolution, anti-aliasing, fix those freaking edges because it's crazy wobbly. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but I would like that. Really.
Yeah, Bloodborne. Not even like they don't even have to do it, but I think they will because it's a money grab. Oh, I wanted to mention one more thing before you get into those clips, Jers. Bless you. Man, Bloodborne remake will do damage.
Remake.
If they do a remake, but if they just do like you know, dress it up a little bit and then a 60 frames, I'll be cool with that too.
Because I actually love Bloodborne the way it is now. If you look at Demon Souls from was it 2007 or 9 or something like that, and then you look at the remake, phenomenal job. But they did change some things around. I don't want them to change anything in Bloodborne. Leave it the way it is. It is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Harold said, Harold in Space said, Gosha Tsushima movie before the sequel. I guess I don't give about no live action movie. I care more about the anime that's about to drop. I want to see some Silent Hill 2 gameplay. Harold, now me and you are in agreement. Then that means Resident Evil finally has some damn competition again. I think. Yeah, I think Sony has moved on from Bloodborne. I don't think so. They always keep it in there.
But I'm gonna be real. Like, let's look at the Resident Evils. Did they move on from it? Hell no. Look at the remakes, the money they're making from it. So they got their eyes on the money.
Yeah, like, I think it's a money grab at a certain point in perfect timing.
If they remake it, like you said, like for the PS5 visuals.
Yeah, that'd be stupid.
That'll look. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it like this. Let's rewind this truck. Right. Let's bring it. Let's park this in. Look at Elden Ring, 20.5 million. Now I'm not saying 20 million is gonna be sold on PS5 or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, a lot more people or gamers tried Elden Ring, Souls or Souls-like game for the first time and they liked it. Bloodborne doesn't have a jump button or a crouch button. It's different. When linear-ish, open area-ish, it's not as big, but they might be intrigued to get it because it's a Souls game and they didn't try it last time. They might try a remake. I'm just saying.
All right, so the last thing I got before the clips is I wanted to dead a conversation so we can never ever have it again.
I don't have to clap, bro.
We're right because I don't want to have this conversation with like anybody ever again. When people say this generation is the generation of remakes, please stop saying that. Right? Please
do the first one or the second one?
What?
The first one that I should play first, or the second one with, you know what I mean?
Use your better judgment, bro. We'll work off of it.
Okay, no, first of all, we're gonna go with the first one, the 30 frames, Redfall, debacle, with Mischief and Cowboy guys. I know you guys can watch his videos on Mischief and Cowboy Show, but we're gonna let this play out for 2 minutes, and we're gonna elaborate around why stupidity at its finest. You guys ready? Okay, here we go. Hopefully, y'all can hear it. I'll bring this Discord up. Let's see if you can hear it. Minimize this real quick. I'll bring this over, and we'll get it playing.
Was coming out, and it was going to be a AAA game, a banging game. The studio made a bunch of other great hits, and everybody was locked and focused on that game. And to be honest with you, if Redfall would have came out like Hi-Fi Rush, just a stealth drop, and it was like a $40 game, no one would have a problem.
In fairness, I do have to agree with him here. No one would care if this game was stealth dropped, but not for the reasons he thinks. They wouldn't care because it's a shit game and they'd simply move on. If Microsoft hadn't hyped this game up for years, then no one would care about it. That is absolutely correct. But what does not change is the reception of the game itself outside of the size of it. If this game was stealth dropped, people would simply go, oh, this is just a shitty game that's been stealth dropped. Who cares? I had no investment in its future. But instead, we had a game hyped up for years as this next best thing from Xbox, whilst being a live service, so people were investing in its future, and then it turned out to be shit. As I said a second ago, if this was a stealth drop, people would still be reviewing it negatively. It's just that no one would actually care.
But I'm here to tell you this. I played the game for over 3 hours, and personally, one, the big deal was it didn't come with the 60 frames per second mode. And honestly, if you didn't tell me it wasn't 60, it wouldn't even have bothered me. It was a smooth 30.
I ain't gonna lie, if you're watching a YouTuber and they claim 30 FPS can be smooth, do not listen to them, and do not, for the love of God, value their stupid ass opinions. 30 FPS is not smooth. It cannot be smooth, and it will never be smooth in a video game. It was the bare minimum of the last generation for a goddamn reason, and it should have been left there. If you want the reasoning as to why 30 FPS can never be smooth, merely research frame times and input latency. Sure, can you develop Stockholm Syndrome and get used to 30 FPS? Absolutely. But it can never be truly smooth. Not to mention the basic fact and undeniable fact that this is a game with Xbox 360 graphics at best. There is zero excuse for a title of this quality to be running at 30 FPS on any system. I mean, for fuck's sake, some of the textures in this game are straight PS2 quality. And that isn't a mistake on the developer's part. Arcane absolutely did not finish this game, and quite frankly, this is a title that should have been delisted, and everyone should have gotten a refund for it if they bought it.
So there, that was the first clip. So what do you guys think? Raising Cloud. What do you guys? Rage, I'll let you go first, man.
You let me go first?
Yes, sir. You're the guest.
All right. Well, I'll tell you, if it's new gen consoles, there's no reason why you should be going backwards. Point blank, period. There's no reason why you shouldn't be delivering what the hell is supposed to be coming on to the new consoles or platforms at all. So for it to be coming in at 30 frames per second is just absolutely outrageous. That makes no goddamn sense to me whatsoever, and that's the type of shit that'll keep me away from the Xbox. And once again, financially based. They don't care about the gamers. They don't care about their customer base and shit. All they care is about is the money. And that's just proving more of a damn point that I'm trying to make here and shit. But I don't want to hate on Xbox because I'm telling you, I would get it. But it just, dude, it's a turnoff. Why would you do this? You're setting yourself up for failure and shit. And this is the kind of things and shit that pisses you off. And not to mention, my man's, well, like, I know you're trying to hype up the game, and I know it's your opinion and shit, but, bro, you gotta be real. If you enjoy it, make sure you letting people know you enjoy it. Don't try to sell it for the freaking Xbox, bro. You're not getting paid for it. Unless you are, they're sponsoring your ass. I wouldn't be hyping up a game like that and putting your name on the goddamn title.
There you go. Cloud?
Oh, well, you know, this is a classic cowboy take because for me, he's trying to straddle a very, very, very thin line. And the thin line is not to piss off the bots and kind of seem neutral to it. But in reality, right, I'll say this. When we go to review a product, especially me, right, I will watch 10 other people do this product review of this same particular product. Now, if 11 people that I watch and 10 of them saying that this product is horrible, but it's one person that's saying the product is good or halfway decent, then I would leave the 10 people that I previously watched, because if I can, make that data analysis, it's just pretty easy. I don't like to see everybody rated a 3, a 2, a 4, and then I'll see Cowboy in the comments of a doc video saying this is 6 out of 10. It can't be 6 out of 10, bro. The game is half baked, and we're not talking about half baked as far as like a couple months delay. We're talking about a couple years, because the way they code AI and stuff like that, it needs to be just like broken down from the studs and then rebuild back up. The AI was horrible. So like the kid didn't lie in the kid didn't lie in the video at all. It's no matter if it was a stealth drop, no matter if it was something that they presented as a prime IP for the brand. It doesn't really matter. It failed either way. So, and it did so horribly that it did, I would say, more damage to Xbox. And this is crazy. It kind of hurts my feelings. Redfall did more damage than Xbox being bad than Halo did to Xbox being bad. And that's just to let you know how long they actually dragged Halo and, never really reimagined Master Chief into a different role or something like that. Because if Master Chief came out with a game like God of War and the way they redid it and how the different perspective is, I would have loved it, because it's like, all right, now you're pushing the boundaries of Master Chief. I never would have seen him like this and doing this type of game. But yeah, I don't really see, anything from Microsoft that's brilliant. But people give, Phil Spencer, they give him the vote of confidence because I guess he came out and talked about the mess that he's kind of in charge of. So.
See, this is all right. Hold on. So this is Cowboy. I'm gonna read your comments here. Now I understand, like, we're not trying to attack you. So this is that's a real thing right there. I'm gonna read like 3 of your last comments because see, that's not what I did. I told everyone I wasn't going to watch any videos on Redfall, and I was going to play it myself first day. Okay, you didn't want to be spoiled. Okay, I get that. I respect that. I played it for 3 hours, and I first have it on a 5, and then I have it on a 6. I don't know what that means. But I rated my first impressions. I didn't review the game. I didn't beat the game, so I couldn't review it. You guys are looking at it wrong. But keep bringing my name up or what's this going on? Just yeah, dude. Dude, I don't care if it brings love to your channel or hate. The fact is that we're calling you out. For example, you said, yo, 30 frames. If somebody told me about 60, like, listen, if I went to your house, I'd say, yo, Cowboy, you got to try this game. It's a shooter vampire thing. It's cool, man. It's cool. Pop it in, play it. I bet you any amount of money. I put money on it. You couldn't tell if it was 30 or 60. You're that kind of gamer. You don't have to care. I mean, you can play 30 frames. I don't care. But you can't. You personally, I believe in my heart, you couldn't tell the difference. And that's the problem. It's like these people, these gamers out here, dude, I'm not saying. And then you guys compared real quick Nintendo Zelda to Redfall, like 30 frames. That was the terrible, worst take I ever heard in my life. How are you going to compare a 6-year-old handheld hybrid console docked, right, for a Xbox Series X first-party title at 30 FPS being a freaking first-person shooter game? I didn't buy a PS5 to play 30 frames. You know what I'm saying? Even in quality mode. And guess what? I'm going to say it loud and proud publicly. When PS5 Pro comes out, I'm going to get it because I know what they're going to do. They're going to push the boundary for a quality 60 mode. Do you understand what I'm saying? I want to play 60 FPS. I'm not worried about 30 frames no more. I will play Bloodborne because that's my favorite fucking game. I have no damn choice. But if I have the choice, I'll pick 60 across the board. And this is the problem with everybody, right? Everybody's like, oh, man, if you want 60 frames, go to PC. That's not the case. If I wanted 60 frames, we have the power to do so with this PS5 and Xbox Series X. What do you think? People think that?
Yeah, Jers. And anybody who says 60 frames, that's a slap in the face for PC. Now, if somebody told me, like, if somebody told me, like, if you want to go to somewhere for 120 frames.
I have to say this because, look, I gave Rage, my dude I knew for 25 years. I gave him my 1050i gaming laptop. He loves it. Guess what? He's playing Elden Ring in 60 frames. Not 4K, He played it at medium resolutions and stuff like that. It ain't gonna be no PS5 visuals. Ain't gonna be high-end PC stuff. But he enjoyed it. It was a smooth.
I think Cowboy is getting. I don't think Cowboy is getting the point. He said, "But Jersey, I played Redfall for 3 hours, 3+ hours live. People should have watched my 3 hours to see why I said Redfall wasn't a bad game. But people don't do their research. See, now this is where you're wrong. This is where you're 100%.
You've seen the faults in, Redfall. That's what I'm saying. I can tell right away if it's going to be a decent performing game or not.
Whoa, Jersey. And this is why I said you're dead wrong. I said it wasn't a bad game. It is a bad game.
Bad game.
It is. It is. Just
right,
period. It's so bad that Phil Spencer had to come out that week to discuss it. It is a bad
game, but it is people's preferences. Just like people would prefer a Nintendo Switch, it is people's preference and their opinion and stuff. That's fair.
I prefer women of I prefer women of color, but I can tell you Margot Robbie looks good.
Oh my God, shit. That's perfect, and that's perfect, bro. And I definitely understand you only played 3 hours of it too. That's what's up, and I'm glad that you gave this shit a chance, and that's a true game and stuff. But never put your name on it, bro. Never like soup it up like that, especially if you can't see or you didn't do enough of the homework for you to put that information out, because now you just prematurely did too much. And you put your name on it.
Rage, I gotta interrupt that, because he did say this. He goes, well, hey, you only spent $15 for Game Pass to have Redfall, but you're saying it's okay for that kind of game to be kind of broken the way it is, performance-wise, whatever. It's still okay? It's not okay, man. This is the problem. It's not okay because you pay less. It should be there. It should not be there regardless. A game like that should not. It's on the Xbox Series X, all right? Like, it came out for that system, came out for the S and PC, whatever the hell. But it came out for the X, like whoever has the X, like Doc Dark, they're playing it in 30 frames. That's uncalled for. Even if he only is a Game Pass gamer, it doesn't. Like he said it true. It doesn't matter, bro. Like, you have to have quality in your service, man. Like, I don't want, like, if I have Netflix, like, they have some bullcrap shows in there, but they also have quality shows, man. But the show ain't gonna stutter all the time, is it? Based on your internet stuff. I'm saying it's not gonna. The editings are not terrible. Imagine if they had no editing. It was all deleted things. That would be crappy, right? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a bad analogy, but I'm just saying, like, we need quality in these services. You know what I mean? Like, we need quality. You can't release a game and that kind of thing, hype it up for like a couple years, then people like like Cowboy and everybody else hyping it up a little bit, then kind of bringing it down, bringing it back up, saying it was a good game. And bro, again, you couldn't see it 60 or 30, and like, the game is not good. I played for 20 minutes. You could be like, wow, you only played for 20? Yeah, because I can tell. I'm a real gamer, dude. I can tell if something's broken or not. I can just tell by the shooting mechanics, the way you freaking interact with things. I'm like, this is not good. This is not good. I can tell you right now, this is not good. I'm going to tell you right now, our free game called Blood Hunt is way better than that. There you go.
I mean, me personally, I just think that you got it whole messed up. Like, nah, you said it wasn't a bad game. That's what I agree that you said that. And that is a cap situation that you walked into. No, it is a bad game. It was so bad that the CEO, like one of the heads of the company, had to come out and discuss it. So obviously, in general, consensus says it's a bad game. All right, if you're the one person out of a million, and we can yell preferences all we want, but if you're one of those people that says, no, it's not a bad game, yes, it is. You have to be objective, not just say, this is what my opinion is. No, being objective, it's a bad game. It's underbaked. It's not, the AI is dumb. I don't know what type of, I'm about to get into another person right after this, but I don't know what the heck were you looking at, because I played the game for about a half an hour, and it's like I'm playing it at PC level, and it's still kind of shitty. And right. So, and I'm like, this shouldn't This shouldn't happen, period, across the board. I don't care who was in charge of it, who was responsible for it. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's a stinker. It's a flopper. It flopped. I wanted to also say, Doc Dark, don't ever say compare anything to a subscription service. It's like, oh, Game Pass is like Netflix. All they got to do is keep bringing in good game. No. Netflix has third-party stuff. So does HBO, and they also have complete total bangers that bring people in. So they have both. They have third-party content, and they actually have original content that actually brings people to the party. It brings the milkshakes to the yard. And so
I don't know why people are hating on Netflix too. Netflix is dope. I don't care what anybody says.
No, Netflix is
Aaron says it's not a bad game. 30 hours in, the mission structure, the atmosphere, the mechanics, and abilities, fire.
It's a bad game, bro.
Bad game. You know what? Real, Aaron. Look, man. You love it, like it, do what you got to do, play it, enjoy it. Right, that's you. But a lot of people also said Elden Ring was bad. It's easy. It's not the thing. It's like, dude, like, my thing is this. Like, I didn't give Redfall a good go, but I can tell right off the rip it wasn't for me, bro. Like, I just seen the shooting mechanics. Bro. It ain't there, dude. It's not there for me.
What year do we live in, Jers? And this is why I say it's not a. You're saying the for me shit, and you're saying the for me shit. No, it's not just for me. It's period. It's just.
I don't want people to get thinking like take my words out of context. You know what I mean, like they always do. The point is, for me, I tried it out for 20, 30 minutes. It wasn't me. It wasn't hitting right for me. Blood Hunt, who was free, way better shooting mechanics. Way better agile, climbing up the building. To me, that's a real vampire game shooter. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like they should have took notes from that game. Like I don't know why they didn't. Like I seen like the video you played on your stream right now. I seen like the guy running around. It looked weird. You know what? It looked like Rogue Company. I'm like, what? Man, get out of here,
bro. If we're living in 2023 and we expect this to be,
but you can't say this is console war, bro. And when that's all you do now. That's all you do. Bro.
Console war talk. Hold up. Hold up. You didn't
even get to the second clip.
Hold up. Is that coming from a person who recently bought a console?
Yeah.
And likes to talk about console war shit. But didn't go down. Hold up. If you tell me that Sony is sinking, you think I'm going to ride it out? I'm going to ride it out with Sony. You know why? Because they gave me too many years of consistency. And technically, I already did that at the beginning of the PlayStation 3 era. I already rolled out the sinking ship. So I did that once with PlayStation because they gave me plenty of things to, be happy about over the years. But we're talking to a person who, I help influence to leave a sinking ship before it was sinking. That's the dude. We're gonna talk about console wars. You want to talk about console wars, but you're not the console war dude, are you?
And I said this. Didn't I always say this?
You're the Stadia guy. Cut it out, yo. You're the Stadia guy. Cut it out, B. Stop it. Bring your real moniker back. Your name not Cowboy. Your name is the Stadia guy.
Nah, look,
cut it out.
This right? I said, if Xbox came out with some nice titles, first-party titles, you know what I mean, that I was more interested in, bro, I'll be on Xbox too, man. So it's not really a
boy. I'm Jerry Maguire. Show me the damn titles.
That's what I'm saying. Games, bro. Show me. Like, I don't want to hear about Gears. Look, I'm not knocking Gears. If people love it, I think I'm more of a Gears fan myself because that's more of my liking. Halo Infinite, bland as hell. I'm sorry. I tried it for over a day, over 24 hours. I played it, so don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I seen it. The only thing I'm
bro,
really cool.
They literally killed Halo in the backyard. Like literally, like this. Ew, bro. If you ever seen one slasher movie, right? You
war guy. I'm sorry, bro. Like,
it's not it's not even about the console wars.
Yo, but he put himself in that predicament, didn't he? He always wants to do rebuttals and doing this, and he introduces that. He invites that. Like, okay, last week I'm glad I went on his show and me and Thrash. People thought I was gonna go hype like this. No, because you know what? I agree with Thrash most of the time. I kind of don't, but kind of do. You know, it's a hit and miss. But when it comes to a game that I love, I'm gonna call you out on it. When he said Elden Ring was easy and all this bullshit, listen, man. He only played the first freaking portion of this game. He beat little sub bosses. They weren't real freaking bosses. Just because you beat the first 2 story bosses without leveling up, that's a flex. That's not a flex, bro. That's what it was made for. That reason. You don't have to level up to like the middle of the game. How good are you really? You don't even have to level up in the whole damn game. How good are you? There's somebody who didn't level up, didn't get hit once in Elden Ring. That's how good this player was. It's about skill. You know what I mean? So don't talk about we're console warring. We're not console warring, dude. You know what I mean? I like Xbox.
Whoa.
I'm waiting for the titles to come out.
Who cares if I am or not? The whole point of it is you said the game was good. It wasn't. It's totally bad across the damn board. End the conversation. Now, if you really want to get into a nice console war, we couldn't do that because honestly, you know, I play you play a game that I wanted to play, right? But to me, it's a PC game. Yeah, I guess you're happy you playing what's that one it did? All right, to me that's a PC game. So me and your experiences on PC and your console would totally be a different thing. You know what I mean? Cowboy, you're talking to the influencer. Who influences you to do certain shit, like make PlayStation content? And then you'll tell me, well, I always had a PlayStation. Yeah, you had a PlayStation when Stadia started dying. I told you that. Who predicted that?
And let's not forget, yo. I remember when you first. I'm glad you got a PS5 and join it. But I remember when you first got it. You just did it to remote play on your laptop. I mean, let's not forget about that. That was the most weirdest thing, how to play a game on a console you have at your house. That to me is just weird, bro. But come on now.
But nah,
it was over here with us, bro, because you'll lose every time.
No, I just find it funny that
dude, I'm not gonna buy a $500 piece of a device just to remote play, not play it through the console itself. That's ridiculous. Come on,
yeah, Jers, I'm looking at my PlayStation sexy. I'm looking at this all white monitor. It's 40-inch jaws.
Look, the only thing I'm gonna give you your flowers for, bro, is hooking me up with that monitor. You bought that monitor. I watched your review. I saw some other reviews on it. I bought it for $900. Easy. Boom. Said and done. You know what I mean? That's it. But I'm just saying, man, the Redfall, if people like it, let them like it. I don't care.
Yo, stop arguing with the Stadia guy.
I don't care. Let them like what they like. The point is,
could you stop arguing with the Stadia guy? Could you stop arguing with the Stadia guy?
Man? No, I'm stating a general facts here.
Arguing with the Stadia guy, man. Stop it.
Because here's the thing. They always want to argue over people's opinions or preferences. Like if we're hyping up Sony, oh, you guys don't even like
Sony. Well, Sony is something to hype up because
no, Xbox had titles. Good stuff coming. Okay? Xbox had titles worth talking about. We will talk about it.
Man, Xbox is a part of the itty bitty titty committee. That's like saying if she only had C cups. Like no, like come on, bro. They've been small titties. They're gonna continue to be small titties, bro. Unless you go give her the Kim Kardashian treatment, it's just not going to happen. We're not investing that much money in the Xbox, man.
No, I don't. See, Cowboy, bro, this is what
you're arguing with the Stadia guy in the comments. I can't believe you right now, bro. Get your Twitter on. Get your Twitter on.
Your issue is you want everyone to do what you do, and if they don't, you consider them losing. No, I don't.
Jers, you're arguing with the Stadia guy in the comment section, bro. Cut it out.
Well, first off, yeah, I want to hear the second clip. I don't remember you saying the second clip too. Yeah, I don't understand why we dedicating this segment to my man and shit, bro. The shit, it was shit. The game is shit. Don't want to be a console war. Yes, it does seem like it is because we are hating on the Xbox a little bit, but that's because the Xbox isn't delivering. There ain't nothing against Xboxes personally because I wouldn't mind the Xbox and shit like that. But, bro, If you're not delivering, then
You're
you're
not
gonna
delivering.
get the shit talk.
Yep.
It's that simple. If you're not doing your job, bro, we gonna talk the shit about it. We ain't trying
And
to
I
make
was mad
this
about
count the
Sony.
wall. Because at the end of the day, the one that's got the best performance, blah-de-da-de-da, is the PC. Yeah, we know that. That's perfectly fine. This shit, that's still people's preference and shit,
But I was
bro.
talking about the
You
PC.
just gotta understand.
I was talking about the PlayStation, right? 2 years ago, me and Cloud were talking about this, right? 2 years ago, they said we're gonna get a update. We might have a 1440p option, a Discord option, whatever the hell. 2 years later, they finally added that. You know how mad I was about that? This is Sony, right? I'm a fanboy, right?
1440p.
Me and Cloud called them out all the time, like, hey Sony, we getting Discord anytime soon, bro? Like we got people we gotta play with over here, bro. You know what I mean? And then they finally added 1440p VR after 2 years. Nah, but anyway, let's we're gonna hear this clip. We're gonna rebuttal some of the dumbest points, and people think we're fanboys, bro. This is the epitome of a fanboy.
I do not feel like the quality has gotten better on a lot of these games. I just don't feel like they're there yet. I don't feel like we are pushing any boundaries. I feel like these are literally templates from PlayStation 4 moved over to PlayStation 5, polished up a little bit, and then shipped out the door for extra money. They really haven't done all that they said they were going to do just yet. Like, the generation's still early. They'll get there. Xbox has been coming out and being like, all right, man, you want 4K 60. That's where we want to put this. They might not look super high quality, like super duper like next gen visuals, but they look way better than last gen visuals, and they run at 60 frames a second. Like, there's no dispute about that. There's no dispute. Like, Forza Horizon 5 looks phenomenal. Halo Infinite looks phenomenal. And they run at 60 frames a second. I mean, if Xbox Studios were to focus on 30 frames a second, yeah, definitely. They would more than compete with what PlayStation puts out. Easily. I'm glad they shoot for 60. Because after playing on a PC at like 165 frames a second, like going back to 30 frames a second for PlayStation quality first-party games, are you out of your freaking mind? Do you literally believe the stuff that you say? Like, literally.
Yo, yeah, bro. Yo, he contradicted himself so much in that minute and a half clip. I can't fathom it, bro. It baffles the hell out of me. I don't know.
Dude, one, I don't know who that was. Two, I'm trying to figure out what it is my man's was trying to actually
Playing first-party
say.
quality games from Sony, 30 frames, right? But also, he's the same guy that just recently said Redfall is really, really good. I'm enjoying the hell out of it, even though it's 30 frames. Like, the fanboyism is real.
Wait,
You know
so
what I mean?
did we play that clip where he said that?
Yeah, I just did.
Where he was saying
Oh, no,
that
that was a tweet. That was a tweet.
Alright, so we should have played that other clip first, because not for nothing, I was a little lost with that. But at the same time, what the hell is he talking about with the template? Isn't one generation going to the next the same shit, where you actually start with the templates from the previous generation and build off of it? Or
Yeah.
am I going half retarded here?
No.
they do that.
No,
So-
it's just he has it's basically copy paste, right? That argument is copy paste for PlayStation and for Xbox. First of all, once you start going into this argument in the first game, the first card you lay down, you can have a king, you can have a joker, you can have a deuces wild game, and he throws the Forza card down first. And this is why, like, those type of particular arguments is where, like, you throw the racing game down first, and I'm like, that's not, like, I don't know about you, but I don't do a Sony conversation versus Xbox, and the first game I throw down is Gran Turismo. That's how I know. Once you start preferencing your console with the racing game is just like, I don't really believe you at all when you talk about, because that's just not. Even when Gran Turismo was like, I loved Gran Turismo and Ridge Racer, and I just love racing games. I still kind of have a love for it, but it's more like an arcadey racing game love now, but more than like the actual like simulation games, the racing games. I just don't see how anybody that's seriously, serious about being in the console wars, especially as a person like Frog, you preference the conversation with Halo number 2 and then number 1 Forza. That just lets me know. That's like when you ask somebody how much money they got and they tell you, I don't, what I mean? What you asking me that for? It's just like, we know you ain't gonna have a whole bunch of money. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it's like, I know once you start preferencing a conversation with Forza and Halo Infinite, that it's not going to be a strong case for Xbox. And then coming down to the 30 frames per second hypocrisy, I really, you know what? I say, listen, I'm in the actual frames over games and stuff like that. I've been saying that, right? But for me, I just don't understand how somebody, he even said it, going back to 30 frames is unacceptable. But buying Redfall like he did, if you wanted to support the devs, go ahead. I don't really care. You know what I mean? But Frog has been a walking contradiction. And me switching up, Cowboy, that doesn't mean my opinion switched at all. I'm still the same dude. Number 1, number 2. I know you just like you know me. So, just know I'm always going to say something, no matter what circumstance, if it is a circumstance or not. You know what I mean? I'm still going to speak my mind. But yeah, I might switch up the channel, but I'm still the same person. So yeah, I'm always going to talk shit. And talking shit to Doc or anybody else, that's just par for course nowadays. Doc went from, I just seen Doc go from, this is a bad thing for Xbox, to try to spin it to next day contradiction himself to, you know what I mean? I just seen Doc do everything, to try to spin bad news for Microsoft, and it's not anything wrong with that. That's his job, I guess. But me being a PC and a PlayStation dude, that's never going to change. That's the only, if you want to talk about gaming, that's the only thing I ever switched up, is adding PC into my life. But as far as going buying PlayStation exclusives and still enjoying the PlayStation, that's always going to be something that I do. You know what I mean? Because it's gaming, period. Some PC games I'm just not going to play on PC. Even though like I had a choice between like this PlayStation game with Callisto Protocol, I just decided not to buy it. You know what I mean? In general, because I seen all the flaws with it. I bought the Star Wars, even though I kind of know it's kind of better on PC. It's just brought Star Wars on PlayStation 5. I mean, it's a preference sometimes. What do I feel like holding the Xbox controller or fucking PlayStation controller? But yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep talking shit. Yo, Jers, go back to that one conversation where they say this the remake generation, right? The generation of remakes. For me, I think that conversation should be tabled because, like I told you before, right? We always do this bragging about how good our generation was previously. Like, oh yeah, we had the best games back in our day and all this type of stuff. Well, now that these up and comers, new gamers and stuff like that get to be introduced to our titles that we enjoyed back in the day, I was having that conundrum, like, I see a lot of people shitting on it, and then at the same time, I see a lot of people like, are happy for these remakes because I'm like, now I get to play it in 4K or 1080p, 1440p, 60, 120. So like those type of feelings, I think should be pushed up into the community because I'm like, yo, they don't. we used to tell like kids be like, "Oh, I play Fortnite." I'm like, "Well, damn, back in the day, I used to play X amount of title." You know what I mean? So like nowadays, you can enjoy that title. It's just like now, like Metal Gear Solid 3 is going to be announced, right? Though that's one of the games where I used to like spend hours upon hours playing, and then it's like now my son can enjoy it. So like when they say it's the generation of remakes, I really kind of find that kind of fucked up because it's like, bruh, we brag about these old titles and what these young kids never got. Like y'all never got GTA with the overhead view. Y'all just ain't never going to experience that. Like that type of shit. Whereas like we used to brag. We got WWE when it was amazing. Nowadays it's dried and watered down and shit. You know what I mean? From the Attitude Era and all that type of shit. So it's like having these people play the old Metal Gears and all these old remakes now, it's just like, I think it's dope instead of shitting on the idea like most people do because we don't play old games. It's like a lot of us still play old games, but if they want to give this shit a frame boost and some new textures and shit like that, I don't fucking mind it, bro. Especially if you're going to do like a Demon Souls remake where it's like, oh man, I know some changes in Demon Souls they don't really like. You know what I mean? Demon Souls players don't really like. But a lot of people do like the changes. So I'm like, well, fuck, man. I don't like people shitting on a good parade. And that seems like a good parade for the remakes. So these up-and-coming generations can experience what we also brag about being the golden era of gaming. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. Like,
well, let me tell you, I'm hit or miss. I do love it. I do love the remakes and shit. It's dope. But in the same hand, I'm going to say, I feel like it's a little bit cheating. They're trying to get a little bit extra money pinched out and shit because now you are going into these old remakes. Yeah, it's cool and shit. I'd rather old remakes of not better games, but more games that I did like more, opposed to all these just the big name games and shit like that. And I wouldn't be putting it out there and advertising it, all this big shit like it's an actual new game coming out. It's cool, and I don't mind these my new age kids and stuff like that seeing and playing what we played, but I'd rather them experience it the same way that we have. They're not going to enjoy it the same because they didn't have to go through that. They're coming in spoiled now with this new age shit.
That's why I said it.
Graphics and stuff.
But I think it's going to be hard for them to experience it because the TVs we used to play on, they don't really fit the ratio nowadays as far as like, and then back in the day we had the fucking 3 cords. Now they just got one simple HDMI cord. So it's like they can't experience the way they that we used to. And to answer that question, Cowboy, remake or remaster, it doesn't matter, bro. Long as it's done greatly, like long as you care about the old nuance of the game and stuff like that, and you still have that, especially once you take your time and stuff like that. Like it really doesn't matter to me, remake or remaster. Long as you keep the soul of the game and make sure everything is straight as far as preserving the nuance and just
the originality.
just keep the nuance and just put some new coat of paint and some frames in there, bro. I'm happy. Like it's a lot of things with gaming, bro, where it's just like I don't really agree on nowadays, but the remake generation kind of like that, like, oh, we don't play old games. It's like, bro, I would love for my kids to be able to play the old games that we played, like remake or remaster, just because like I think those games actually help them think. The games that I see kids play now, I don't think that shit helps them think. Like, I don't think, honestly, like my kid gets straight A's in school. Guess what? I don't think he's beating the Sonic game.
Or Ninja Gaiden NES.
Right, like I don't think like I don't think they're beating the games that we had. Like now we can go back and we can like me and my wife goes back sometime and we played the old Lion King on fucking what's that Sega 16-bit or something like that, and it's like that game is hard for us to beat nowadays. Like, and I used to beat the shit out of it, but guess what? But I'm like, yo, my son at my age, I don't think he's beating that fucking Lion King, the Hippo State. I don't think he beating that shit. I think he breaking the controller.
So Aaron said a remake for $70 is my issue. So I will say this, that
Yes.
it really depends on the remake, right? No, listen.
That.
No, hear
I
me out.
agree with him already.
I know, but I'm just saying it's the same game. Why are we paying for it twice? It's even $10 more. It doesn't make sense. But for me, right? If they remade Bloodborne in the sense of like Demon Souls PS5 version and graphical intensity like that, I would buy it. I would pay $70 for that because it like broaden your. People will be like, yo, well, you know, that's crazy because we played it, we beat it, we bought the the Old Hunters DLC and all that, but. You know, it takes time and effort, bro. It takes time and effort to rebuild these games from like the way they used to be and add assets and all that. So it is what it is. It's like never. If you're good at something, don't do it for free. You know what I'm saying? That's a little nutty, but you know, what I mean, if I say, Rage, you're really good at building houses. The one you built was pretty dope, but you built a better one, and I'm not supposed to pay for that. You know what I mean? So that's the way I look at that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a hit and miss. Like people don't have to spend money on it. Wait for a sale. Wait for it to be $30, $40, $50. Then be like, you could justify your price, right? You know what I mean? So that's, I don't know, man. It's just, if I'm really intrigued to buy something, I'm going to buy it. I don't care. Like people are gonna crack on me for buying the PS4 Pro. Why? You know what I'm saying? That's me. I can afford it. I'm gonna do it. I don't care. If it's gonna get
PS5 Pro.
PF mode, it is what it is. I'll pay for the quality. I don't care. You know what I mean? I spent money on a PC. Klopp spent money on a PC to get quality, high frame rate, and all this other crap we could do with a PC. You got to spend money. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I just don't understand the concept. You know what I mean? Don't. If people don't want to buy it, don't buy it. Leave it alone.
See, all right, that makes sense, but once again, it's the supply and the demand and shit, and they're going back to what they know. Me personally, I love Bloodborne. Do I think it's due for a remastered retitle? No, bro. You don't got that much time in. Maybe an older game, way older, maybe fucking titles that we haven't heard from in a while. They come back remastered or remade and shit. That, yes. And then paying $70, no, bro, because you are taking, to me, yes, you are putting that work in to make it that much better, but you're still using basically the template of the original and you're polishing it up. So no, I already paid for it that first time or the second time already throughout the console when we was playing it. Let's just say Uncharted. I love Uncharted. I played it on the PS2. I played it on the PS3. I bought it for the freaking 4 with the same old ones all over again. Repeat them all, bro. I don't mind paying for it and stuff, but I don't want them, especially like Bloodborne. It didn't get that clout yet for it to be remastered yet. A Ninja Gaiden, yeah, maybe so and shit. But I'm thinking more games. Listen to some of the customers and shit. Don't just keep pulling out bangers that you've already had and shit that made the most and then trying to remaster it and then bringing shit that you just came out with and try to remaster that. Now you're gonna tell me, would you pay for a GTA freaking 5 again and shit? That we've been playing for 10 years if they came out and remastered it for the new consoles and all this other shit for the PC or whatever the case may be, and then pay for all the content all over again?
Wait.
Hell no.
Well, I'm saying, like, okay, so let's put it.
We already did.
You already did, but I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying, like, if they came out, okay, so let's say, like, I'm done with GTA 5 because I played it so much, like 900 hours. I know people who played 8,000 hours, so, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. But I'm just saying, if I didn't play it as much, whatever the hell, and they came out with a whole remake, like, graphical intensity, like Demon Souls and that variation, I probably would if it was 60 to 120 FPS. I probably would, bro, because I want that experience. That's as simple as that goes. But I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, why are you paying for the same thing over and over? It doesn't make sense. It's kind of insanity, but it is. It's like people. I don't know, man. It's like the way I look at it. If I want the quality, it came out with it. I got to pay for it. Like I always say this, man. Unless we have petitions out here petitioning these developers and companies that, hey, man, we're done with these damn remakes. Can we do something else? Can we get it from the PS1 days? Can we start remaking those games? I think those are justifiable. And so we have a lot of petitioners, like 1 million petitioners, say, hey, listen, man, we're done with these fucking remakes. Like, can we get something else, please? And I think that's the only way it's going to change. You know what I mean? Because I swear to God, if Sony, let's just say for hypothetically, Sony announces a Bloodborne remake. Not, I know it's going to probably more likely going to be a remaster if it is true, but let's just say hypothetically, it's a remake like Demon Souls. A lot of people will buy that game because they love it.
Yeah, but a real gamer loves a lot of freaking games. I'll tell you right now, if I want to see anything remade, one of my favorite games that I've been waiting for a long ass time is Tenchu Collection.
Facts.
The Tenchu franchise. Now, you tell me you gonna bring that back, remastered and everything, bro, that I'm dropping down in a heartbeat. But when you're giving me shit like with Call of Duty that wants to keep redoing a freaking polish job on these maps, giving them just a little slight here and there, and then you send it back for some DLC and shit for us to buy again, bro, no, that shit gets tiring. And that's just going to the fact, like, now y'all getting lazy and you ain't putting that work in. I don't give a care what platform you're putting it on. It doesn't matter where. It's just, bro, stop giving me the shit that I just bought. We already doing all this digital shit. You're giving us this extra content and shit for it, so you could keep stuff like that. That especially the newer shit where it's fresh shit. The Witcher, I'd rather the older Witchers, the 1 and the 2, get those remastered, bring them up and shit, so it comes up with the new Witcher and shit. Don't keep coming out with no new shit. Bloodborne is still new to me. Yes, it's a great game. I love it, but is it deserving of a remastered already? No. I think it still looks great. It still plays great. It's still a great freaking game for it to be where it's at right now.
I'm going to be 100% with you, though. I think you have a different mind, like a different opinion, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because hear me out. Because I think, because you don't have a PS5 yet. You're playing on PS4 base. You're playing Far Cry 6. You said it looks beautiful. I'm actually surprised at how good it looks on PS4 base. They did a phenomenal job with that game. But the point is, man, once you get a PS5, you have the game on laptop, but you can't play Ultra because it's an older, graphic card and things like that. But I say like this: if you had a PS5, I think you have a different mindset about that because you'd be like, wait a minute, these games look
not at all.
Smooth. I'm serious because you said Elden Ring looks really smooth on a laptop because you didn't have the PS4, 5, whatever. Playing 60, you played it in 60, like, yo, this is much smoother. That's what I want.
It is, but I played it on the PS4 as well. And it felt just as smooth. But if I got the PS5, I want... what's up?
No, like Elden Ring didn't change much for the graphical-wise from PS4 to even the laptop, right?
Well, see, okay. So, even so, if that's the case, with the PS5, I'm expecting PS5 quality stuff, and I'm expecting new things. This is a new console. This is a new platform and shit that you were coming out with. I want some new shit. I want to see people's creativity. I want to see their mind going because we are a new age. Us younger generation shit, where we at now, where our gaming shit blew up. Now we're coming into adulthood. We're in adulthood. I want to see where our minds is at. I want to see the creativity. I want to see some newer Horizon Zero Dawns. I don't want to see remakes of shit that we did already. Give it some time to get its notches in its belt. You feel me? So it doesn't matter what system it's on. I get granted, yes, it's gonna look great on the newer system. Anything's gonna look great on the newer system, but I want newer shit.
Newer experiences.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't keep giving me the same ones and shit. Yes, I want that nostalgia. I love it, and especially with the.
That's bull. That's bull. Cause you said, of course, it's gonna look good on the new system. Have you seen Redfall?
Yeah, alright, bro. Not even putting Redfall in this shit. Is that a free game? Wasn't that a free game? Or something?
It should be.
What is Redfall, bro? What is Redfall? I don't even. Is that on the PS3 or Xbox One or two?
That's a
It,
new Xbox
it
title,
looked
man.
like a 360 game, man.
Alright, so that ain't shit. I ain't talking about that because clearly it's not for the newer systems.
It
It is.
No, the fuck it ain't. Not
Yeah,
at
it
30
is, bro.
frames
I
per
swear to
fucking
God,
second.
bro. I swear to God, dude. I swear to
If it's
God.
at 30 frames, it's not. That's for the fucking Nintendo
That's what me
fucking
talking
Switch.
about. Like, look, I get what you're saying, and I applaud you. Hell yeah, like we want older remake if you're gonna fucking do a remake. But me personally, I would like to see a Bloodborne remaster in 60 frames and a little touch up here, a little polished out. That's fine. They don't have to do a whole fucking remake. Hell no. But a remaster, don't charge $70. A remake, it's a hit and miss. It's how you feel. But I'm just saying. It's the same shit, but way better graphical, like Demon Souls fucking remake, dude. Like that game looks fucking gorgeous. But yeah, like just like you said, Tenchu would be great. Older style games would be great. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. It's just for me, man. It's like going to Xbox. It's like I ain't even fuck the console war shit, man. I tried Game Pass. I was in the honeymoon phase for a few months. I liked it. I enjoyed it for the time. But then after a while, I'm like, okay, so what's new? What's coming out? What are we doing here? I don't need to play older games to enjoy Xbox, man. I wasn't there the first time around, so I'm not. It is what it is. I'm moving on from that shit. Just like you, I want newer experiences. I want, for example, Division's the same kind of game that came out in 2016, but I want a newer experience with Division 3. I want to see what's going on with that shit. If they're gonna make it, hopefully they are. You know what I mean? Like Cloud said, Spider-Man. We already know what it entails with Spider-Man. We already know what's coming. We have an idea already. We understand what's going on. Wolverine.
Wait. But what is this argument about though? Because yes, everybody knows, especially if you was a Marvel fan, we know what Spider-Man's about. It has its base. But what is this argument about? What are we talking about right now and shit? As far as what's coming out for these new gen?
Well, me personally, I'm talking about I want Xbox to have newer titles. Not like I'm looking forward. Cloud can say no. I mean, that's on him. But I'm looking forward to Starfield because that's more my cup of tea kind of game. Even though it's Bethesda, I wasn't really into Bethesda like that. But it intrigued me because it's space and shit like that. It's space exploration and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
All right. So one, you're not even an Xbox preferred person. So
No.
why are you expecting it from Xbox? All right. So I'll tell you right now, I can give two shits. If I see something that Xbox is gonna put out and it's gonna grab my attention and shit, then I'll say something. But I'm worried about my Sony shit. I am a Sony person and shit. And then whenever I do see a PC game, if that's gonna grab my attention, I got PC now,
yeah.
thanks to you. Now I wanna fucks with it. But forget the Xbox, all that, bro. It's new gen shit. To me, this is what our argument is about. It's new gen shit. I want new shit. I don't care what platform it is.
Exactly.
You showing me, you're giving me better shit, bro. I damn near want VR shit. I want to be able to not even put anything on my face and feel like I'm going into a whole nother motherfucking world.
That's
New gen.
20 years away.
I don't care, bro. If you're gonna tell me this is what you're gonna give me and this is what I gotta put my dough out for, that's what I want. That's what I better experience. Then it's worth paying for. Absolutely.
No, that sounds like some cowboy shit right up the alley.
You're stupid, bro.
But I don't know. Read comments. Let's see what some of these other guys are saying. Because you know what? At the end of the day, it is my preference.
No, listen,
It is my preference.
Hey, Rage, I'm gonna be 100% real with you, bro. You my dude for 25 years, bro. We've been through.
Let's
it.
go.
I mean, I'm being real with everybody here. I'm new to Xbox, Rage. You know this, and I never really liked Xbox. It wasn't my cup of tea, bro. But 2 years ago, when I really got into the Xbox thing, I'm like, I'm kind of feeling it. It's okay. I dived into it a little bit, and after a while, My honeymoon phase dropped. I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for new experiences. This ain't it. A lot of people were suggesting games. I'm like, it's not my cup of tea. They were talking about Recore. I love my racing games. I like Forza. There's no doubt about it. Halo Infinite look bland as shit, but I do like the Forge mode where you can create your own maps. To me, you know me, I love creating shit, right? So that'll be my shit. I would love to create maps for people. That's just me, right? Gears of War, more of my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Co-op and shit like that. That's me, right? Halo has co-op too. I'm just saying I just don't like the element of Halo. I just don't like it. Maybe back in the day, 20 odd years ago, if I played it, I might have got into it, man. I might have grew with it, but I didn't. So it is what it is, right? So now, if you fast forward till right now, it's November will be 3 years. This particular console's been out, right? Redfall was supposed to be a first party great hit title for these guys, right? And I was gonna be like, yo, I want to try out Redfall too, man. Look, it looks cool, right? For what they showed. But when I actually played it for 25, 30 fucking minutes, it blew me away. I'm like, yo, not in a good way. It blew me off away. Like, I'm getting the hell off this train. I'm going back home. This is bullshit. A lot of people may disagree, but that's them. I don't care how they feel about it. Enjoy it, right? The way it looked and played performance-wise, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Now people are talking about Starfield, right? Starfield would be a massive exploration game, and you can do this and go to different planets, 1,000 different planets. That's a high anticipated title if you're gonna push that boundary. These guys better come up to point with that. They better deliver. They have to deliver, dude. You know what I mean? If you're gonna bring more gamers, new gamers like me or you involved, they gotta deliver, bro. Sony, listen, bro. People complain about these $70 fucking titles. I'm so tired of it, dude. Like, I'm so tired of listening to these dudes. $70 bullshit. Don't fucking pay for it. Leave it alone till it's on sale. It'll be on sale. It'll be there waiting for you. Buy it then. You know what I'm saying? $70 to me ain't shit. I could wipe my ass for it 10 fucking times over, more and more. The point is, if people like a game, buy it. There's no point of freaking arguing with people over freaking opinions and preferences. If, let's say, Cloud likes freaking Ghost of Tsushima, and you love Ghost of Tsushima, and let's say I played it, I'm not feeling it, bro. You guys be like, Jers.
I'd say you out your goddamn mind, sir. You need to might just have to kill yourself just because you said some shit like that.
But that's what I'm saying, right? So it's like, dude, like Sony's PlayStation is always going to be, I think, to me, and they still need to diverse a little bit. They need to have a little diverse here. That single players will always be their bangers, their top-notch games, right? Now they're moving forward to the live service shit. Right? Who knows what that's going to be entail? Who knows what graphically or frame? Who knows, man? Maybe Bungie can help them out, persuade with other studios, not make it like Destiny, because the only person who can kill Destiny is Bungie. That's it. Every other game, Anthem, Division, they all tried it. Division didn't fail. Anthem failed miserably. So Sony may take notes. They may deliver some really great quality live service games in the future. We don't know that. You know what I mean? But all I'm saying is that Sony, to me, delivers more than Xbox. I don't care about Game Pass or xCloud. I don't play on the go. I don't give a crap. I don't care about that. What I care about are the games that they're offering me. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say about that situation.
Yeah, at the end of the day, just keep in mind, and this goes to everybody out here, it's supply and demand, and shit goes up. Inflation. So regardless to how you may feel about it and shit, you got a new game system coming out. As long as we're moving forward in time and we still gotta put value to things, the value to the shit is going to go up. It's never gonna stay cheap until shit goes on sale. So, and arguing and shit, crying about the damn what you're spending or how much you're gonna spend, at the end of the day, if you're not putting that money out and shit, you're not spending shit. Everything's going to go up. Everything costs money. Just like PlayStation had to freaking get all these goddamn cards and all that shit, and it costs this much to make it and shit because inflation. The games are gonna do the same shit, and then it's us who are doing all that extra shit. Everything turned digital because us gamers made it digital. I was real hard on never going digital.
Yeah,
I was a hard copy person and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I would never buy digital. Now all I got is digital. So all we're gonna have to blame is us, whether they're putting it out or not. Same shit with the games and stuff, man. Everything's gonna go up. So for people to cry about how much the games is gonna cost and shit like that,
Hell, I
It
think
doesn't make sense.
an Xbox Series Z, Y, F, whatever they're gonna call it, too. They might be $75 a piece. You know what
What's
I mean?
that?
I ain't never think about that. That's
I'm just saying, making a point. Like they might make it $80, $75. This is gonna be the same roll over again, the same episode over and over.
Well, dude, think about it and shit. Xbox, you always had to pay online for Xbox, right from the rip, right? Sony, we had the shit for free for the longest time.
But we ain't really get shit for it. It was definitely should have been free.
It was shit. But like we said, and shit. You know what? If we're gonna get better gameplay, I'll pay for it. I was the first one paying for this mother effer, but we wind up getting it and shit. It's their supply and demand and shit. It's gonna go up, and the only reason why I feel with even Xbox and shit is because they're known to be PC. They are a computer-based freaking company and shit. So yeah, their shit was better. Their online shit was better and stuff.
I'll
And
agree with
that's fair.
that. Oh yeah, I'll definitely agree with that. It's Microsoft. I mean, obviously.
But you're gonna pay. Arguing the value of shit. It doesn't make sense.
It's not gonna do anything for you. That's like, or you gotta put gas in your car and you still bitching about gas. This is the same.
The fact is this, right? Like Doc Dark says, no, Xbox can't raise the prices. They don't deserve it yet. You know what? I can't agree or disagree. I really haven't been playing Xbox. I did try Redfall, but you know, again, it goes to, and I'm not even trying to troll cap or do it. I'm being real as a gamer. I'm interested in playing other platforms. Like, okay, so for example, we all love Nintendo. It's 40 years in the making, the big granddaddy of them all. Nintendo ain't going shit nowhere. Bro, they ain't going nowhere. Doc Dark said it best. I think it was Doc Dark, right? Somebody said it. They'll be here right after PlayStation and Xbox go away, bro, if they ever do. Like, Nintendo will still be here, rocking. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody taking Nintendo out. It is what it is. But I'm just saying...
They're not on the cloud with the Xbox and PCs and all that and shit.
No, they're not.
They are known for their family-friendly games, their party game. I'm telling you, and you're never gonna get rid of Nintendo. There's no way.
Man. Very nostalgic. Nintendo always be nostalgic to me. You, Cloud, and anybody who enjoyed Zelda, Metroid, Mario, everything. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, we love these games. Our kids like these games. Well, my daughter don't play, but. You know what I mean? So it's like your kid, his kid, like we all grew up with it. They enjoy the same things we did. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's why I believe Nintendo will be the last one to go to the wayside. You know what I mean?
None of them, unless we getting hit with a damn new, ain't none of these systems going nowhere because we all got a strong ass fan base for each one of these consoles and shit, and we're always gonna have these console wars and shit. Just understand, as long as everything keeps moving forward.
I'm saying like this.
Going up and costing more money, the more money we gonna put out for it.
So, like real quick, Rage, you don't know Doc Dark, but Cloud does. So Doc Dark, you know, he's a Game Pass gamer. He, you know, he plays on Game Pass. It's fine, right? No, I'm not gonna knock it like that. But now, Xbox, Rage, you haven't really been following this. Like I know you, bro. Like you just play your games. You don't really follow the news unless you like it catches your eye here and there, or so I tell you or somebody else tells you, then you elaborate on it, right? So Xbox has xCloud. You can play on the go anywhere through the Xbox Game Pass service for Ultimate, something like that. You can download the app, play. I think that's cool if you're a gamer on the go. I don't really like to play on the go. I'm out and about. I'm doing my business. I ain't playing games anywhere. Even on a plane, I'd rather just watch YouTube, a movie. I ain't playing no games. So here's the thing, right? So Xbox, Phil Spencer and all that, they're trying to globally, not take over. I would say take over. They're trying to in a sense, but they want their games everywhere. Talking about TVs, mobile, shit like that, right? Which I think is cool if people don't have money to buy these consoles. Right or wrong, I think that's fair.
All right.
Well, hear me out. There's a lot of people, unfortunately, don't have money like that, right? Like, for example, like Google Stadia was a cloud-based service, gaming service. You had to buy your games. You play it anywhere in the cloud with a Gmail. You sign up for it, or you get the Pro for $10 a month, and you know, I mean, make some deals, do 1080p 60 or whatever the hell the case was. That I think it's cool that Microsoft is trying to implement this everywhere. You know what I mean? You don't need a console, but at the same time, that is bad for Xbox gamers. the console gamers, because they're like leaving them behind. In a sense, they're like not really. Now it's not their top tier thing they're worrying about. They're worried about the Game Pass everywhere kind of situation. You know what I mean? Console's like in the middle now. It's not even on top they're worried about. And I think that's a bad thing to do, man.
No, one. Fucking proves a point that I will say it again. With the damn Microsoft and Xbox being financially freaking driven only. But I don't think that's a bad idea at all and shit, because even if you do it globally, I think honestly, as an empire, that is genius, because not only you're gonna have it just for this type of platform, but you're gonna make it accessible in all types. Bro, we live in a smart world. Everything is digital, so why wouldn't you want to put your shit everywhere? So that is actually genius if they could get that to work.
Remember I told you that like 2-3 weeks ago that I was playing Gears of War 4 on the phone on the go? You're like, what? How? I explained to you that, you know, the Xbox Game Pass app, whatever, $15 or maybe $1 if they're still doing that sort of promotion. Yeah, I think it's cool that you can play on your phone, like if you don't have an Xbox, right? But you have access to their games on your phone or laptop. Like you play on the cloud if you know what I mean? Like if you have a gaming laptop, you can just get Game Pass down on the games. But I'm just saying, like, you can play it on the go, xCloud on your phone, TV, whatever. I think it's cool for you to get into if that was your take, that you had interest in playing them. But I just don't want them, again, as a console gamer that I grew up with, I don't want them forgetting. Even though I'm not an Xbox preferred gamer, I don't want them leaving these guys behind with the Xbox Series X, because it really is a powerful fucking console.
Let me explain real quick.
It's like, what are they doing?
They never worrying about the damn player. First off, yes, they are getting everywhere. But what are they putting out? So you mean to tell me I could get Redfall on my TV and my cell phone and my smart fridge and play Redfall on all that? Come on, bro. It doesn't matter. Bro, you could get it. You're gonna put it out there. It is genius. But bro, if you're gonna have garbage across everything that you're putting shit out, that's all you're gonna be paying for and shit, and that's all they're gonna have. So I'd rather stay with the PlayStation that's going to stay consistent to the PlayStation, that is catered to their customers, opposed to somebody who's just worrying about getting their name everywhere and trying to build shit, and you're still putting out garbage. You ain't worrying about me and shit. But as an empire, it's genius.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Great spitting some facts.
I'm saying, it's genius. I mean, you're going to make money. So now, if they making all this money and shit, I really hope that some of this money goes into actually producing something for the customer base. And maybe I might just become an avid Xbox player. Maybe not as much as Sony, because, you know, it's all my life, but I'd be more of an Xbox player and shit. But bro, it's just like everything that we talk about, and I'll tell you right now, I hope we got some people in here that could actually make some type of good arguments and shit without getting all hyped and butthurt about it and shit, but make some legit arguments and tell me, like, how can't you see that this is a financial based company?
A lot of people argue numbers too. Like you wouldn't believe. People became lawyers. People literally became lawyers overnight with this stuff.
Yeah, if you got money to swing your shit all over the place, that's cool, and you're gonna get that money and shit. And that's genius. That's perfectly fine. But understand, if we're gonna go down to the nitty gritty and shit, I rather the damn quality over my quantity.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm waiting for a nice title to get into.
Now, I'll tell you right now, Cloud, I don't even know if you was hating on the Forza or not and shit, but I'll tell you right now, I played an older Forza for a half a second on Xbox, bro. And from that...
I like Forza.
that from that half second of playing Forza on the shittier system, the back in the day system, I fell in love with Forza, and I played Gran Turismo way more, and I still prefer that over any Gran Turismo any day. So I think Forza is a fantastic game, and I would even pick up an Xbox for a freaking the Forza franchise and
Gran Turismo like you were from Spain.
Bro, that's what.
No, you
That's
say
what I'm
that
saying.
without like having an accent. It's crazy.
I prefer it over that and shit. But you know, I mean, if you're gonna give me the a Gran Turismo and Need for Speed and shit, and then I'm only gonna get a Forza from the Xbox, well, I'd rather go with the damn PlayStation.
Yeah.
See, but when I talk about like Forza and all that type of stuff for racing games, me personally, I don't put too much value into racing games. Like, you're talking about a person who enjoys the Hot Wheels and fucking Burnout Paradise. Like, so.
Oh, don't get it twisted, bro. I love my exotic, like, even, let's say I played all these Smackdowns and all that, bro. I'd rather the damn fake ones and shit where you're doing these crazy ass moves and shit. I love my fake games. Like, I'll choose NFL Streets, NBA Streets over the actual live or
the N64 game Rush. With the stunts and stuff like that, the crazy jumps or whatever.
Yeah.
And what though?
The
racing.
That was a dope game.
Hell yeah, dude. I love those games. I'm an avid freaking player of those games. Sometimes I prefer them over the freaking Maddens and all that other shit. Because even like that, the Madden, I love Madden. I love 2K. But yo, this shit's starting to become it's the same shit over and over, and you just give it a little bit of paint job. That shit gets annoying, bro. That shit's. They need to start coming out with some new shit. Show the creativity. You're giving us the power, and you're showing us like what we can do with these things. Now show us what these things can do.
What do you think about Anthem? Right? Remember when Anthem came out?
I wasn't a fan. I love the concept. I love the concept. I loved where they were trying to go with it and stuff, but I wasn't a fan of the mechanics and stuff. It didn't feel right to me. But like the game itself, the concept of it, it's freaking genius. And that's another thing too. I'll let everybody know and shit. I'm not no damn YouTube whatever, whatnot and shit. I'm a gamer, and when I see games, I want to see the creativity and shit besides the stuff that my sound console is trying to provide or supposed to provide for me.
Right.
But the creativity of that game, and the thought process and everything means just as much to me in a game that the actual mechanics and the graphics and everything else that it comes with and shit. All of that shit means something to me. And that's what makes a game to me.
Ray, so since you're being real, everybody's, praising you for being real and shit like that. I'm glad, you came on a pod really for the first time in a long time. You did this because it's not really your cup of tea. You don't do this YouTube, Twitter, whatever the hell.
I never did this, bro.
Well,
This is my first time.
So you're my boy in real life. We knew each other for a long time.
We family, bro.
Yeah. What kind of gamer am I? Casual, hardcore, and whatever kind of gamer?
No, you're a hardcore gamer. On some real shit, you're an ADHD player. Your ass can't stay dedicated to a single game.
I gotta keep it moving.
There's very, very rare games that you actually stick to.
Yeah, exactly. You know what?
Bloodborne being one of them. But I will tell you this, that if I ever needed information about anything, about game-wise, about technology-wise and shit like that, or even know what the hell is up and coming, you're the first person I'm going to be asking this shit because I know you already got the scoop of it.
Yep.
And yes, you are a gamer, bro. We've been doing this for a very long time.
So the point is, like, that I was trying to make is, like, yeah, I stepped away from single-player games. You know what I mean? Like for
Yeah, that's
example,
not
we
your
were
cup of
playing
tea.
right. Yeah, like 2 months ago, we were in Destiny Deep. We were playing Elden Ring Deep. Now we were playing Bloodborne for a little bit because you wanted to beat some things. And now what are we playing?
It's not even. It wasn't even 2 months ago, bro. I went.
March. It was in March.
Me and you went through fucking. Me and you just went through, I think, 4 different games in a matter of freaking a month that we went through. Like, we got back on Destiny. We grinded that shit out. Me, you, Cloud, sitting here playing Elden Ring and shit. Me and you are playing Far Cry. We're playing Bloodborne again and shit.
Call of Duty in the mix. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. In Call of Duty, even Call of Duty, I'm not gonna bash it because I love Call of Duty.
I gotta ask Doc this though.
It's familiar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not even so much that this is great. It's just a familiar game. Now, if they came out with SOCOM again and they like really did it, now, bro, now we talking. Now we can do something.
Up the fire right there. No, but the reason why I'm gonna say this real quick, we talking about Call of Duty. Doc Dark's in here. You got a nice YouTube channel. Check him out, Doc Dark 1985. Shout out.
It's good, Dark.
So, hear me out, right? Now, he's one of the guys who's kind of like tired. I mean, in the beginning, he was talking about the deal. It was kind of exciting, but now it's like getting to the point with this Xbox Activision Blizzard deal. It's kind of getting old, man. It's like, shut up about it. Let's just get to it. Sign the fucking thing. Add the games to the service or whatever the hell you want to do already. Like, shut up, everybody, and just let's enjoy. But what I'm just gonna say, that's not the Doc, but this is the Doc. Now, Doc, I was on Twitter for like the last month, here and there, on and off, whatever the hell. I'm listening to the spaces when I have a chance at work. I jump in. They always talking about the Activision deal, right? Oh man, Call of Duty this and Call of Duty that and this and that, and I'm like, yo, y'all don't. And I'm if they follow me, I follow them. I don't block nobody. I don't do that. They never talk about Call of Duty. They never show Call of Duty clips. And I'm not trying to hate you. No, hold on. I'm gonna be real. I'm making a point though. Everybody,
no, but what is it though?
The deal?
No. What are you addressing right now?
I'm addressing Xbox gamers pom-pomming for this Activision deal with Xbox and Blizzard, all that, this freaking deal that they're gonna get Call of Duties, the Fallouts, Overwatches, and all that crazy shit, right? Hey, enjoy it, right? But I always said this: the games are out there. You can buy them right now. You know what I mean? If you don't want to purchase $70 games, it is what it is. Get it for freaking whatever you can get it for. It is what it is. But I don't see nobody playing Call of Duty. Like,
what are you talking about?
No, not you. I'm talking about these dudes on Twitter, right? I see this all the time. This is wild. This is why I talk to Cloud. Like, this is wild. They talk about, yo, I can't wait to get Call of Duty on Game Pass. That'd be phenomenal. Hibbity-dibbity. Like, yo, bro, you got it right now? Let's get on the sticks. Let's rock. You know what I mean? Like, what are you waiting for being on Game Pass? And first of all, doesn't Activision or whatever have a deal that it's not going to be on Game Pass till 2025? That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not. It is what it is. But it's like, yo, these games are out there. They're on sale, whatever the fuck. Get into them and play them. Now they're just pom-poms to be on the service so they can just talk shit. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I look at. It's not really on that doc, but I'm just saying, like, in a general sense, like, Call of Duty is not going to make or break Xbox. It's just another game that people don't really play anyway. Just so they can pom-pom and say, yeah, it's on our system. I have it on PlayStation and PC. It doesn't make
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm lost. I don't understand.
I know you're lost.
The whole
I was
shit.
talking to Doc. I ain't talking to you about it because you're not on Twitter.
I'm not on this shit right now. But even explain to me what the hell it is that Doc is talking about, because
not Doc in particular. I was just saying because he mentions the deal. He's tired of the deal with the Xbox, Activision, Blizzard. You know what I mean?
Deal. Who gives a fuck?
Fuck the deal. But what I'm suggesting is this: it's like people want to pom-pom for Call of Duty. How does he feel about Xbox gamers pom-pomming for this, but they don't really play Call of Duty right now?
Well, we don't know this because we don't.
I do for a fact. I promise you that. I know for a fact.
So how do you know?
Because they have their Xbox gamer tag. I check out their stats. I check their achievement. I'd say, okay, these guys playing Call of Duty because they're pom-pomming for it, but they don't play it. It's like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
So, in your opinion, what do you think besides the fucking them trying to be some Dallas Cowgirl cheerleaders about the shit?
Why you gotta go Dallas Cowboys for?
Oh yeah, I forgot you were a fan.
Come on, man.
Uh,
What are you doing?
Even with it, like I don't understand what's the whole
My whole
hoopla
deal
about it.
is
I don't
that-
care if they're getting it or not. That
Yeah,
doesn't make
it's like, yo,
shit.
if y'all throw a pom-pom for me, right? Anybody who's excited for that situation, for Call of Duty, really, bro? Like, it's been out for years and years and years, every fucking year. The game's been out. They're out. How come nobody's really playing it and really being into it right now? I don't see nothing. Nothing. I know there's a few people out here that play Call of Duty like that. But me and you
Now,
play.
Jers.
What's up?
Now, Jers. Now you're being guilty of doing something.
Gatekeeping?
What?
You're being guilty of doing something,
No,
Jers.
don't give
let's
a
bring
shit
this
anymore,
to
bro.
light. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'll tell you right now.
Because he up here doing
what
what a. But this is a famous tactic of PlayStation users all the time. I've seen it done millions of times. If people fall into this trap, listen, don't panic. Don't panic, okay? It's all an illusion, all right?
I'm gonna
Jers,
talk about Sony heads too. Don't
no, Jers, you're doing the same
I'm
thing.
gonna do that too. I'm
Yo.
doing that too.
Yo, cause he's doing the same thing as so. Oh, yo, no,
listen,
and usually
this-
I don't say it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing if you're really harboring on these feelings. Drop the gameplay. That's what.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, people always think like I'm a casual. Like, I'm not a casual, bro. I will say this, that
Bro, just saying
No,
that
listen,
is a
listen, bro.
Sony pony tactic. That is a Sony pony.
I'm gonna attack them too, bro. You ready? Right? What happened last year when all these Sony pony freaking dudes out here, the fanboys, pom-pomming for Bungie? Yeah, we got Destiny. Yeah, let me see your stats. Yeah, but they don't even play Destiny
No,
like that.
all right, now you being fair. All right, now you.
Hey, you hear me? Like, that's what I was gonna make my next rebuttal. It's like, yo, these fanboys out here on Twitter are so fake, dog. It's fucking retarded. I'm sorry.
Wait.
To say that. It's crazy out here. I'm like, yo, and I was like, yo, get on Destiny right now. I'll whoop your ass. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Like, you know what? Beast of Truth is the only real dude that really went against me. I whooped his ass. He got some better shots on me a little bit here and there, but I whooped his ass. I whooped Cowboy's ass. I'll whoop him again. It was just for fun, shits and giggles, though. Everybody, because Destiny got cross-play, you know what I mean? It was a time when, like, yo, Bungie got Sony, whatever the fuck, they acquired them, whatever. And people were just like, yo, man, let me see your stats. Let me see your stats. I'm like, yo, y'all serious right now? Somebody said, yo, Rach, hear me out. These guys were posted, and Destiny's an ongoing live service game. You got to keep in it to win it, right? Somebody has
Absolutely.
700-800 hours of gameplay. I was like, and I texted, I was like, yo, that's some cute ass hours, man. They're like, what? I'm like, that's some cute hours. Really? That's really cute, man. Like, how many hours you got? Fucking 50? I'm like, 50? Motherfucker, I did that shit in a day and a half. What are you talking about? I got like 7,000 hours total. So I'm like, when you guys talk to me, and I know players who have 20K hours in that game. 20K hours, no bullshit. I know hardcore Destiny players out here, dude. When they do that, bro, it's so weird. It's weird shit.
But Jers, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, guess what? That is a Sony pony tactic, man. It's okay. Listen, we borrow stuff from each other all the time. It's all right. I am okay with you borrowing Sony pony tactics. Listen, as long as you dousing the fairness juice on everybody.
Still,
I'm Destiny right now, bro.
you're talking about guys from Twitter and shit. I don't give a damn what the hell people are talking about on any other platform unless you're on the damn systems and you're actually putting that grind in.
Exactly.
Who gives a goddamn? If the damn Xbox and shit is gonna be buying whatever the crap may be, who gives a damn and shit? As long as I can play and shit, I know what I do and shit. I put in my hours, I kills people, I'm up there in my levels, I do the shit.
But that's only because you're a civilian. That's okay for you, Rage. I'm not as.
These comments are wild. They're going like this, yo. You ready? He goes, nah, he couldn't. He wasn't gonna say anything. Yeah, I was actually. I really was. He goes, me, Doc, never even played Destiny, man. You don't do that. You don't even have a pistol in your shoe. First of all, Cowboy. Secondly, I came into that game late. Cowboy, I got recordings, dog. Don't do that. Don't do it.
Wait. Why are we going personal?
No, that's not personal. It's just I'm throwing shots. He goes, I love when Jersey leaves out the next week where I whooped him. Yo, what do you mean the next week? Dog, listen. You didn't whoop me. I joined your game when I don't know who you were going against, 1v1, and I had like 8 people with me in a free-for-all or whatever it was. We all jumped in. You had like, I think you had like 15 kills and he like 8. You were whooping his ass. You weren't whooping my ass. And by the time the timer went out, you won because you had the most kills because the match was going. It was ongoing. The next match, my boy whooped all our asses, bro. Did you forget about that? But a few matches before that, I whooped your ass, Beast, and everybody who else is in there. I still have the recording. So don't play me like that, bro, when it comes to Destiny, dude. Anyway, let's go.
What was that? What?
Well, do
What
it,
just
yo.
happened?
Yo, download Destiny. I don't care where y'all played, the Cloud Stadia, whatever. Go find the Stadia in the trash. Go download it, whatever.
Are you still arguing with the Stadia guy in the comment section? Here we go again, man.
When people like fighting games and they challenge them, they all hyped up because it's a game they love, right? So I'm doing the same thing with Destiny shooters. I know where I stand in Destiny. I ain't the best fucking player out here, but I can hold my own, man.
Listen, man. Listen. All I know is that Destiny is a dead game, man. Just listen to me, man.
Oh, man.
Listen, I'm in the perfect place for this shit. We can have this conversation all day. Destiny 2 is dead, man.
This time I want to take a break from Destiny. That's not because it's a dead game.
It's
Call of Duty right now.
No, man. It's not just that. It's just I come from a place called Milktown, and listen, you're not gonna milk me, man. Listen. Look, bro. I come from. Yeah, I am the milkman. You're not gonna milk me, bro. It takes a milker to know a milker, and I see a milker. Listen, bro. You're not gonna keep holding the game up for 10+ years. Make a new game. All right, do your job. I don't want to keep seeing it. We keep hold up. Now, Rage, you talking about? I want to see that new shit that when it comes. Yeah, when it comes to these new consoles. Yeah, me too. Yes. Destiny 2 has to die.
Yeah, dude,
right? Listen, I love Destiny. It's a great game. It is a love-hate relationship with that damn game.
Definitely.
But I will agree with Cloud. They stretching that shit. They always stretched it.
Okay, now we agreeing that we're at the milk station.
You're right, 100%. Here's why you're right with the milking. You guys ready for this one? Who I think Cowboy is really familiar too because he played it when it first came out. I think you did, Cloud Rage. You did too. So they're bringing back in this new season the old fucking Rage. They're bringing back the old Leviathan Rage and whatever. I'm like, why? Why did you take him away in the first place to bring him back?
Just so they can say they got some new shit for you.
Well, I mean, like, it makes no fucking sense.
And there you go. Making my damn point again. They're getting fucking lazy, bro. They're trying to get this damn money.
That's what I told y'all, and I'm being real. And I'll say publicly, I don't know if I'm going to play this season because, like, it's like I already been there and done that. Like, I've been there already. Done it.
There you go and shit. I want to see new shit, man. Even if it's not the same Destiny, bring it somewhere new and shit. Give us something new. Don't just keep adding the DLC. Now, don't get this wrong. I love the DLC. I love that they drop DLC. I don't mind buying DLC when you're gonna extend a game. But bro, there's gotta be a time limit on this shit because that shit, it's the same thing over and over.
Oh, so now you niggas starting to believe me when I tell y'all why I be off that shit. I'll be like,
because I've been playing since 2014 Alpha. You know what I mean?
I'm like, bro, we gotta let it go.
I was day one Destiny one, bro. I was day one Destiny. We was putting the original fucking grind in.
Who introduced Destiny to you? Me?
And that was absolutely. You were the one who got our whole group started on that. And that is perfectly fine. I love this. I'll still rock it and shit. I'm not the greatest.
You're right, though, man. They're milking it. Cloud's right. But even though I love Destiny, here's why. Because it's great. It's a great game in a general standing. It's great. It's great gameplay. The movement set's great. The builds are phenomenal. Even though they nerf things, they buff things, but it's like it's wild. It's fucking crazy what you can do with Destiny. But at the same time, they're introducing the season of the deep, right? You know what I mean? Finally, we're getting to the notion of, hey, man, we're getting to some real good story here with some lore and stuff like that. So that's the only thing that intrigues me. But if they want to go back and play these fucking raids again, I already did 130 something raids with Eater of Worlds. Fucking listen, bro. Like, I'm not in the mood. I'm just not gonna go back right now.
I'll tell you right now and shit, the way I feel. If it wasn't for this new DLC shit to be coming out, Destiny would have died a long time ago with the whole Halo shit. It would have been just a memory. It would have been a greatest hit and shit. The only reason that they had the run that they have is because of DLC. The only reason. But other than that, it's the same thing over and over.
It's copy and paste.
That's it. I love it. I do. But I'm tired.
That's the love-hate relationship Ray is explaining. He loves the game, but it's like I hate it that they're just rehashing shit. Like, okay, so the Taken King came out again, remade for the Destiny 2 and stuff like that. Not remade, but remastered and shit like that. You could say added some tweaks here and there for different kind of situations, but same thing since 2015. You know what I mean? We're still hitting up worlds that we've been since Europa. 3 years. We're still doing the same. They took out Isle, Mars, and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, bro, like we still to this day cannot fly in our ships and go somewhere in our ships.
Oh, like Warframe?
Yep. No, I'm not even talking about loading screens. I'm talking about an actual battle, like flying my ship around space. Why can't we do that? I don't like this game has been freaking. I love Destiny, dude. Don't get me wrong. I'll play when I'm in the mood. Trust me, I'm in it. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm not feeling it right now. I had my experience for the last 2.5 months. Got my little, knocked the dust off. Went in there, went ham. I'm kind of giving it another little break. Unless if Rage plays it with some other dudes I know, and he says, Jers, this DLC's kind of dope, bro. You got to see this shit. If he says, yo, they brought in like a few guns and new areas to explore, and hey, it is what it is. I'll give it a shot. If I don't like it, I'm off.
I'll tell you, just because we have clan members and shit like that, I am gonna keep playing it. But there's way too many games coming out that I have to play.
Yeah.
And way too many games that I haven't finished yet that I have to play.
Yeah, like you didn't beat Elden Ring yet, right? So we gotta.
Nope. I gotta do Elden Ring. I gotta do Far Cry now. Yep. Spider-Man. That's coming out. That Mortal Kombat, if that shit's coming out, bro, I'm about to bust many people asses. And like, there's games I gotta play, bro. And my single player games is one of my biggest shits that I love to play. And it's not because I'm not competitive and nothing like that. It's because I love the damn creativity in the damn games. If you're gonna give me some shit and let me have fun and shit, I love playing them. I'll tell you right now, if you don't get a chance to play Ghost of Tsushima and shit like that, I bring this up because it's a fantastic game. The Last of Us, there's a lot of people who hate the part 2. I think it's phenomenal. A lot of people hate it because of what happens and shit. But, bro, I actually love the outtake that they came with it because of the creativity, how they thinking out of the box. They're not doing the shit that people are expecting them to do and shit. So I have to play these other games. I can't stay stuck on Destiny, especially doing the same grind over and over, bro. I got way too. And now you got me hooked on some PC shit. What's that damn game that you was putting out there, Cloud?
Word
that
not.
Damn. Nah, forget all that. That damn cop game with the first.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit unreal. I'm gonna fuck with that.
Unrecorded? Like, that shit is fucking ridiculous.
That is what I feel like Rainbow Six Siege should be.
Wow, definitely.
Boy, if Rainbow Six Siege was on that shit, bro, Call of Duty wouldn't exist.
Yo, for real, yo. I kind of agree there, man. Like that's pushing the boundaries, man, for creativity and shit.
Like I'm saying, you got a lot of people who do a lot of they get stuck in that one frame and shit, and a lot of people with these opinions and shit, they only play one type of freaking game genre and shit. You got your sports players or your single players and shit. You don't really have that many that are all exclusive and shit that are gonna play every type of game and shit out there and shit. So that's where most of these damn opinions come from. And you know, that's cool and shit. I appreciate these opinions because if this is what you got, this is gonna be your expertise and shit. You know, you're a master of that one. I want to be a master of many, bro. And I play everything. So you could definitely bring in your input and shit. But if you're gonna sit there and you're gonna tell me you only play this type of genre games, you're just a racer. Or you're just a sports game player and shit, bro, you can't holler at me about any other damn game and shit because you're only an expert at that one type of shit. Where I plays many of them.
Yeah, that's why I'm super hyped. Like, I usually don't play Final Fantasy games, but I'll be playing 16.
I'll tell you right now, I was not a fan of Final Fantasy.
It depends on what type of genre they putting out. If it's turn-based, like the turn-style-based, what is it, turn-based fucking... I'm not playing that shit at all. I'm not playing turn-based Final Fantasy. Even though, like, a lot of other people do really love that shit. I'm just not a Final Fantasy turn-based fan.
I wasn't. I was not a Final Fantasy person at all. I wasn't a fan of that either. But I'll tell you one thing that I always gave Final Fantasy credit for was its storytelling and its graphics and shit like that. It is an amazing game. I will not knock it for nothing. But if this Final Fantasy that you are talking about is like what you are telling me that it is, this is a game changer, bro, and this might be one of my new favorite franchises. I can't say it from the beginning because I haven't really played it from the beginning, but if they're really bringing it to this level, that's going to be a game changer.
Yeah, bro, I can't wait to see it. A lot of people thinking that they might do this this demo drop during the showcase or after the showcase. If they do that damn demo drop after the showcase, bro.
I'll check it out. I'll check it right now.
I'm telling you right now, they will. They're definitely gonna have a demo drop. There's no doubt about it, bro.
Because I played every Devil May Cry game, and if it's anything like that whatsoever, bro, I am down. What?
Devil May Cry 4 is dope.
I loved all of them. Devil May Cry is one of my franchise games that I've always played and I've always loved.
I might stream that. I might, because then they remaster a lot of them.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I might play 1 to like 5. Stream that up.
Bro, you're gonna have fun. It's a great freaking franchise. But, bro, you gotta stick to it, homie.
Nah, bro. First of all, let's be clear. Like the last 45 years, I stepped away from single players.
45 years.
4 to 5, guy.
Oh.
I'm not 45 years old yet. What are you talking about? Nah, I'm saying like, cause I gave single players a rest, bro. Like, yeah, I might have dabbled into Red Dead Redemption, another single player, and they're like The Last of Us 2 and shit like that. After I beat 1 from PS4, but yeah, like, I gotta be really into a single player game to play it and have no other, distractions. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of leaning towards it, more ways than one moving forward. But one day I'm gonna go play a lot of single players just for like a couple of weeks, play it for like 2 to 3, and get back to multiplayer.
I don't know. I want to hear some of what these people are saying and shit, because I know motherfuckers is going on a rant and shit, and I want to see what their thoughts is on some of these subjects that we're touching on and shit.
You
because
didn't play Resident Evil 8 yet, right?
no, I haven't.
A lot of
That's
people
another
say
game
that's
that's not. Say what?
A lot of people saying that one was garbage.
Well, don't forget too. I mean, Resident Evil is a long-going game, bro. It's a goat. It's a goat game and shit. And the damn thing's been going. Like you're never freaking depressed about a damn Resident Evil game and shit.
They said
But-
the 4 remake was a damn near perfect 10. So
But which one? The 4 remake?
yeah,
I already
Yeah,
bought
but
that.
there you go. It's a remake.
He goes, there we go with the fucking remakes again.
Actually, was it remade or was it remastered?
It was remade.
So it was remade.
Yeah,
Okay,
'cause I got Resident Evil 2 remake, and they added different things from Resident Evil 2 from the PS1. Trust me, believe me.
All right, so even so, let's just touch base and shit. We might have the actual definition and stuff of it, but when we say remake and remastered, what are we talking about here? Because when I say remake, I'm thinking that they're redoing a certain part to that one thing. So you're saying a remake, like say this.
They remade it from the ground up.
Okay, so
They might
now.
add some different things, like okay, you've seen a big room in the house, but now it looks different.
All
It's the
right,
same
so
kind of
let's
rumble,
say
but-
like this Mortal Kombat. They're saying it's Mortal Kombat 1 that we're seeing these trailers for. Now I'm seeing they're saying it's a remake or whatever. I can see why they say it's a remake because they're going back to the original to redo it.
So
but it's
basically,
not
like
being
the
a
Mortal Kombat
remake
1? From what I gathered, Mortal Kombat 1 that just was announced is a remake of the franchise itself. It's starting over from a new era. That's what I got. You know what I mean?
So to me, that would be a remake.
Oh, totally
It's not a
remake of the
remaster because
franchise.
they're not redoing Mortal Kombat 1 and just making it pretty. They're remaking it.
Yeah, I think they're you could call it a reboot. You know what I mean? Like a reboot, start from scratch and doing the same thing but differently. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
No, because if you're doing the same thing, it's not a remake.
No, but you're doing the same thing. You got the same characters: Katana, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, familiarized characters, right? Added a little bit differently, different scenery, a different timeline, right? Because now you have Kung Lao, the ancestor of Liu Kang, who ironically is the god now. Like it's wild, bro. From what I've seen, it's wild, but who knows, man? That's what I'm saying. I definitely need more details, but yeah. From what I gathered, is they're starting over with a new era for Mortal Kombat. That's why they call it number 1. They're starting over again.
So it's a whole new tournament. It's no longer the old tournament.
We could say yes, we could say no, but it's like until more details come out. Like I was hoping they did like a Shaolin Monk kind of game.
Now, see,
We probably
that
did.
is a game that I will buy if they remade or remastered that motherfucker. That is a classic, and that is a game that I love. And
Yep.
if they was to put that up on the new gen with the new gen specs, bro, take my money. Here's my card right now and shit.
yeah, bro. There's plenty of like, I don't know, like the remake conversation gets hectic because it's like, which one would you prefer? But it really doesn't matter which one you prefer, as long as it's done right and they appreciate what was done before. You know what I mean? They just don't whitewash it and shit like that. Other than that, you should
Isn't
be.
it crazy? Show was going on for 3 hours. I told you, man. Conversations get wild.
I'm saying, I feel like we should be having some more of these people that are making comments and shit. We should have some more of those put on there to see what they have to say. Let's debate with them. Let's see their point of view. You got all these Xbox lovers that is throwing up the shade and shit, right? You're trying to fight their shit or whatever the case may be. Hear them out. See what it is that they got to say. You got these Red 4 lovers.
That's a good word to use. Yeah, definitely reimagine. I'm gonna say yeah, that's a better word.
Reimagine? There you go. I could agree.
Yeah, I like that little route. There you go. Good word. Good word. I don't know why I didn't think of it.
Shit, I'm up here playing the game while we speak. Like, I'm up here playing fucking Sifu, the arena shit.
You see, and that's the other one that I still got to finish. I'm up to the last dude, bro, and I just stopped playing it because I got sidetracked. Now I gotta redo everything all over again so I can remember the combos and all that. But that's another game, bro. Like Sleeping Dogs, fantastic game. Fantastic game. I would love for them to make a remake of that.
You're a big anime gamer, right?
Absolutely, bro.
There you go.
I play on Attack on Titan, my Dragon Ball. I play my Naruto.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I play all that.
Yeah, I think like I'm not a Wulong type of dude. I'm more of a Ghost of Tsushima, but Seafood just happens to fit the bill perfectly.
Well, if I'm telling you, if you like Sifu, you would like Sleeping Dogs. If you never played Sleeping Dogs, bro, even the old one, I would tell you to try it out because you'll fall in love with the shit. And it's one of the beginning ones to actually use that hand-in-hand combat type shit. It's a fantastic game.
Technically, you know the crazy part? I got Sleeping Dogs on my damn Steam account, modded up, make it look all pretty and stuff like that.
I would definitely rock it, bro.
Yeah, it's running at a different frame rate and all that type of stuff. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it was what, PS3. Well, I think it was like in that era and shit. But it's a great game, man.
Yeah, I love Sifu. Sifu is where it's at for me. I'm not paying $38 for it, but when it comes out like at a lower price, Cowboy, I'm gonna get Wanted Dead and for the PC so I can add some mods to it and dress it up. But Roller Drone 2 is one of my sleepy favorites. I really like just to play to pass the time. I like that. It's really good. I like it.
See, though, and I never played none of those ones. Is that PC games or?
What? No, Roller Drone is for. I got it for PlayStation.
How do I get it? I don't know, boys. I think we touched on a lot of bases today.
Told you.
Yeah, bro. We're gonna call it a pod. I'm gonna call it a pod, bro. I check y'all on Wednesday because I'm definitely gonna be streaming for this PlayStation event on Wednesday. I'll probably get like an hour of probably like an hour of reaction time with Jers before I head out to work, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see if it's if PlayStation's gonna foot the bill or they gonna, walk away.
I'm not. No, we're all hoping. I mean, we all can hope, but I just wanted to see, man. If I see anything disappointing, I'm not gonna be disappointed. Cause I'm like, yeah, well, there's the rules.
I'll tell you what. For this podcast, and it's saying that we eating. A lot of the points that we brought up, I feel like it shows that Sony is eating, bro. We're doing our freaking thing and shit. And I don't want to turn it into a damn council war and shit, but I'm just saying, we's eating over here.
I really
we got shit coming out. We're doing our thing. And I only say this because I'm an admin.
Sony definitely eating, bro.
That's what I'm saying, like. But you know, well, they're gonna have some good, like really good announcements Wednesday, right? Like this for a fact. If it's a big showcase, history shows. It's always something new coming out, something you can download right now, you can buy right now. So it's gonna be exciting, right? So, but again, we have to understand, like, my expectations are like mid. I'm not saying the games are gonna be mid. I'm just saying my expectations. I learned this from the history, bro. Like from past experience. Like I'm just gonna keep my expectations at a level. If I see something like amazing, I'm like yo. If I see something crazy, I'm like it is what it is.
Man, your expectations should be exactly where they need to be and shit. You got a new game console with some great hardware. They need to be providing us with the same game content, with the same incredible features and shit, and doing what exactly we are being told it should be doing. And it gotta be fucking fresh and new, man.
Yep.
I want to be immersed in this. I don't care what console it is, what I don't care what it is. It just needs to be new. Stop giving me old shit.
Yeah, I'm definitely digging the new concept. I just don't want to hate on the remakes because the remakes have been Dead Space has been good. Like it's the Resident Evils people been enjoying that, so I just I would like to give love to a little bit of the remake conversation because a lot of people would be like, I'm here for the new shit. Where the bitches with the big titties at? That's what you promised me. Like, you promised me where the big titty, like, you promised me big titty bitches. And you're like, yeah, but I got the little titty bitches in the bag, man. You know what I mean?
A mouthful of titties ain't bad, bro. They just as good. You could do the same thing to them. They just ain't as heavy, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. I just want those old remakes that we used to enjoy. Since we're always bragging, like I know a lot of the old heads always been nigga, y'all play games that don't require thinking and shit. Y'all play Fortnite, Overwatch and shit. Y'all back in the day when we used to have great games like Metal Gear Solid and shit. Like, we can't have shit on younger generations, and then when they be like, we're remaking Metal Gear Solid, you be like, I just came here for the new shit. What's up? So, like, I always love the, if they're, especially because they're doing our history. This is our history. We all share this history. So I'm like, if they're going to, give new generations our history, I want them to enjoy this shit and not have old heads in the game talking about, I already played this shit. Y'all niggas don't know nothing. Like, I want us to be like, see, now you finally are getting great epic titles like we used to get. So, yeah, because
I could definitely feel that. I could sit behind that, bro.
Yeah, because a lot of old heads, we shit on the younger generations all the time. So.
And not for nothing, we don't even like the newest shit, bro. I don't like Fortnite. I can't. I've tried it so many times. I can't stand it. And these little damn kids doing all that crazy side, bro. That's not for me. It's not for me. But
it's not for us to understand though. Just like just like women and shit. We ain't supposed to get them. You know what I mean? They ain't our job.
Nah, we just we're there.
Yeah, we're there. That's it. We're the flunkies.
It just happened. It works out that. It's just the way life works. Look at this. Jedi Survivor. Another great game that I'm dying to play, bro.
What? Survivor?
Yup, Jedi Survivor.
I was just playing it before Sifu. Yeah, I was just playing because I had to get past a puzzle.
Fantastic game. That's another shit. Prince of Persia. How'd that just go out? I love that franchise. I would love to see them remake that.
I heard that. I heard that got canceled.
Ways back. But bro, we're like, come on, man. Prince of Persia. That's my shit.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, dog. It's a lot of these games where I wish that were brought back. Especially SOCOM and shit like that. That's one of my favorites. Then I think Call of Duty would be in trouble if SOCOM came back.
But you see, and this is what I'm trying to explain, man. Is that you see, like, listen to even the games that you're talking about. Listen to look at the time that they came out and shit. These are remake worthy games. And I don't want to shit on like Bloodborne and shit like that, but it's just it didn't put that time in yet for that remake, and that's what I'm trying to get at.
Only reason why Jers and them want a remake so bad, or just an upgraded version so bad, because they don't see a Bloodborne version 2 coming out. And like once you don't see a Bloodborne 2 like V2 come out, like it's like all right, then give me the shit that I want. Like give me the fucking first one again. Yeah, if you're not gonna give me just like people want a remake of the fucking game Days Gone already. And I'm like, cool, why do you want this game remade? And it's like, cause I know deep down they probably know that they're never gonna see a Days Gone 2, so they like, well, just give me the best fucking version of this game you got. So,
and that's understandable, but bro, come on, that's like MGK going against M and shit, bro. Like you ain't trying to pay your dues and shit, but you want to get that clout.
No, because these games technically performed well, but not well enough up to Sony standards. So, Bloodborne, like Days Gone, might have sold 8 million, 9 million copies, but Sony still didn't reach our standards. So you're not getting it part 2. So a lot of these people, like Bloodborne, didn't reach a standard. But I think if they released it and put on the damn box from the makers of Elden Ring, I think the shit would sell brilliantly. But it's just that people don't see a Bloodborne V2 coming out. So like we know Ghost of Tsushima 2 coming out. We know that. But they don't see a, like, I'm not in the mood to get a remake of Ghost of Tsushima. Don't do nothing to it. I'll just wait for part 2 to come out. Right?
Absolutely.
Like, so
I think, especially for its platform and what it came on, how it came out and shit, bro, it is a phenomenal game. Phenomenal. Visually, it's spectacular. It's a 12, 13, 14, 15 out of that 10. It's a beautiful game. I don't want a remake. I want a new one. Show me that beauty again, plus more.
Yeah, I see both sides of the. I want the new shit, and then give me this game remade or remastered and stuff like that. But I heard that conversation. I see both sides of it. It's just that you just have to take the remake generation in stride. It's just like we brag about these games 20 years ago, 15 years ago. For these new kids coming up, let them enjoy it just like we did. And, we can be taken out of the grandpa, old neighbor, fucking get off my lawn, side of things. Like, that's where the category I don't want to be bogged down in. It's just the grandpa, get off my lawn type shit. It's just that old, angry old man shit. Just be like, why are you hating on us, grandpa? Like, I don't want that type of stigma addressed to anybody on this panel. Let them young people live. Let them enjoy Metal Gear Solid. Let them enjoy shit Silent Hill, because I know none of them really have ever in their entire lives. So
great game.
Yeah, so like let them relive all of these shit. Let them relive. I know people who never really touched fucking Resident Evil before. That's like 22. One of the young dudes at my job, he works like, and he just was playing Resident Evil 4. He never played it. So guess what? It's something new to him. So yeah, it's all about carrying that younger generation too, making sure they get good games instead of just Fortnite and Roblox. Yeah, I mean, so make sure they get the proper training like we did, so they don't get fooled on, just buying microtransactions all the time. They actually know what a full game looks like out of the package. Because that's one thing they don't know either. They're used to microtransactions. They're used to VC. They're used to all of these things that get put in the games nowadays. We remember a different time where the game was what the game was. It was it. It was packaging. It was the disc, and that was it. It was just you and a good ass time. But now it's just more. It's more shit jammed in between that you and a good time part of gaming, and a lot of these kids don't know about that. And the more we can get
bro.
these people up educated. Now, I know we're never going to get over the physical copy. The majority of the data is going to be on the cloud, and, you know, you might have 2 gigs on the disk, you know, but we're never going to get past that hump. We can't go backwards as far as technology, but we can show kids what a full game looks like out of the package.
Yeah, buying getting the pamphlet inside the cover and shit, and having to buy the goddamn walkthrough on paper from the damn
like
store.
like when I bought what was that? Pokemon Red, right? I bought the game, and then I bought 2 booklets. I brought a help guide, and I brought something else where
That's some old shit.
I brought like
you, bro.
y'all don't know about that? The back in the day, like we brought the game, you brought a help guide.
Yep.
Even my Metal Gear Solid 3, like when I brought that, I brought the help guide. That thing was damn near half a Harry Potter, Harry Potter book, like real rap. So these kids don't know what that type of, they can just look on YouTube for. Yeah, they can just look on YouTube for a help with a puzzle. A lot of us had to struggle and wait till somebody else figured it out for you to get, and they better be in your friends like circle at school, because it wasn't no cell phones where you could just text your friend and be like, "Yo, did you get to this part yet?" Now you just had to see him the next day. It was just over. So, it's just
you miss your memory card or the shit got full.
Yeah, bro. Manage your memory cards. Me and my brother had like 20 memory cards in the crib. We had to label each one and shit.
I had them by fucking categories, sports and
you know what I mean? We had one just for Madden. We had one for fucking. I remember the first Resident Evil game that first came out. Like my brother got it that same day, and he tortured me because I was a little kid. And he made me watch him play the shit all night. I'm talking about all night. I'm talking about even when I was like trying to get comfortable to like lay down and go to sleep, he wouldn't let it happen. So yeah, I got tortured the whole night playing. Like it's just certain memories and shit like that kids won't experience, but they can experience a Resident Evil 1 remake. They can experience all of the things that we had to offer back in the day if they just take the time and offer it the right way, like a remake or a remaster. So, yeah, dog, I appreciate the younger generation. Try not to shit on them all the time, because that's what politics is for, shitting on young people. And I try not to do the same things as politicians and people in media do. So big ups to the young people who enjoying those great titles we had from back in the day. Shout out to the new titles that's coming out. Shout out to the sequels that's coming out. Jers, I'm about to get off because I gotta go to work soon, and I see y'all Wednesday. I'm trying to have Jers on for this reaction for after this PlayStation event, because I don't think he's going to be home in enough time, in a fashionable time to do the reaction.
Yeah.
So, but we'll go through and just have like an hour of just reaction and see what Jer, because I'm already going to be saw it. So we're going to see what Jers thinks about what's his reaction and what's my first impressions after the reaction video, because I believe Sony's probably going to try to go for the juggler, and so would I. So this could be an amazing show, or this could be a show that just keeps the whole thing on cruise control. Any last words, Jers?
Well, it's always been a pleasure, man, pointing them out. You know what I mean? Great energy, you know what I'm saying? But console wars is just a thing in the past, man. I just want to look forward to games. We all have our preferred consoles. It is what it is. Yeah, man. So Wednesday, I am available for the after show kind of like talk. I think my daughter has a show out of her school. I don't know. I'm gonna text you later about that, but hopefully I can make it. But anyway, Ray, it was good to have you on here. Hopefully, if you like the show.
Thank you guys for having me, man.
Well, man, listen, man, if you ever want to keep coming back, you're more than welcome to be on the panel moving forward. You know what I mean? We'll try to get a date and time for the situations, but we try to do it on the weekends.
Nah, man, Jers, man, he want to get a following on my platform, man. I'm charging his ass, man. I'm charging his that
Wait,
niggas
what?
talking about they like him and shit. Nah, fuck that, man. You want platform? I'm charging your ass, Rage.
Whoa, yo,
I'm charging
yo,
you,
guys.
man. I gotta charge him up, man.
Good money, man, a minute.
Bro, we got this.
He started a
Y'all want me
YouTube
to
channel.
stay
This
on
motherfucker
this?
get 300 fucking subs his first 2 minutes, man. Fuck that.
Oh
man.
yeah,
Bro, let's just remember, yo, Cloud, this is where I started, bro. This is where I started. I got you, bro. I'm not gonna forget the little people.
Cowboy says, Rage was the best part of the show. Hey, Rage, you got a shout out. There you go, buddy.
See what I'm talking
Word,
about?
good look, bro.
I'm charging niggas up, man. I'm giving y'all summer gas prices, man. Y'all know those the worst time to get gas, man. Summertime.
Yeah.
I'm talking about July to August gas prices, B.
Yo, I'm just saying, yo, PS5, my PC, my Xbox, here I come. I'm gonna have a dope ass setup. Y'all think y'all little pilot room looking good? Wait till you gonna see my shit. I'm getting big out here.
Go ahead. You'll be okay, buddy.
Yo, yo,
50 series next year.
yo, it's just hilarious, right? When he talk about a setup, like, and I'm in front of mine, and I'll be like, yo, I know I'm like, it's on video, so yeah, y'all probably seen it before, but yo, the camera does not do a 40-inch curve monitor any justice at all, bro. It does not. You actually have to be up close to this motherfucker to realize how actual big it is. No homo, pause. And like real rap, like I had to do the pause. I had to do the I had to put the pause on there. But y'all really don't know, bro. And now y'all know I can switch the plates on my PlayStation. Yes, I could go get me a black PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm getting those too, bro.
Guess what though? No, I got to say white power. I'm keeping my shit white. I'm keeping my shit white, dog. I'm keeping my shit American pie. Listen, it's gonna be white. All right, because you know why? Because I didn't go out and buy a 40-inch white monitor to match the shit. I'm not changing anything. I bought this monitor to match my PlayStation, bro. And y'all talking about, yo, it does not do any justice when I'm on camera, and you see the little monitor behind me, bro. It does not do this shit justice, bro.
I believe it.
It does not.
Rage said he's taking over. I believe it. I believe when Rage gets his stuff, I think he can change the game.
Yeah, bro. He said we were small people. I heard that shit, Rage. That's why I'm charging your ass up.
We small out here
You
now.
better get ready for them August gas prices, dog. I'm talking about $7 a gallon.
Hey, yo, the way my bank account and my savings is set up. Give me some time.
Yeah, I'm giving y'all diesel prices, man. Middle of August, man.
I just got out of all that.
No, but last words of the show and PlayStation. I just hope they, hope is high, expectations are low, but at the same time, I'm just, I'm curious to see what the hell they're gonna be bringing because I wasn't following. No, I'm serious. I wasn't following any kind of game.
No, it's not even.
I don't know
not
what
even just PlayStation, bro. But to the gamers.
Exactly. I'm just
bro.
saying, like, I just haven't been following it. You know what I'm saying? I just, kept in my own lane, just, doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm curious to see what they're going to be talking about because I asked Klaus, like, wait, this ain't state of play. This is a real big showcase. He goes, yeah. We all know what that means. They got to show some bangers. They got to drop some demos.
It's over an hour long.
So when that comes, I just don't want to see no disrespect to indies. I don't want to see any indies.
Whoa.
Not for nothing, just get back on your get on your grind, bro. Because this is what you do. I don't know what the hell stopped you from doing it, but this is what you do. You do your homework. You do your investigations, bro. So get back to what the hell you
I'll
used
get on
to
it.
do.
I'm just saying, like,
I'm
not trying to disrespect indies, man. I want to.
What is seafood in? What is seafood?
I don't care because I don't care about the game. I'm just saying, like,
what is seafood for people like me? You think this shit is an indie for me? Or do you think this shit is a AAA blockbuster straight out the motherfucking door for me? This is real rap, nigga. This is a AAA game for me.
I was waiting.
No. This is what I forgot. I totally forgot. This is what I want. I am so sorry. Like I said this at the end of the show.
You talking about Tunic? That's what you talking about?
What's up with this new Ninja Turtle game, the Last Ronin? You guys familiar with that?
I think I see. I thought that was a movie. To be honest, I didn't even know that was a game.
They're gonna be making a game called The Last Ronin.
Yeah, it was supposed to be with.
Hold up!
Raphael.
Whoa! Are we talking about the serious story of the Ninja Turtles Last Ronin shit?
The one who
where everybody died and you fight as the last turtle?
Yeah.
Man, if the nigga please, they'll never do no shit like that.
They are. No, we're in the making of that.
Nigga, bro, that shit ain't PG. That shit ain't PG.
No, it's not gonna be, bro. It's not gonna be. You understand what I'm saying? It's not gonna be like the fucking Ninja Turtles that we all grew up with, all hibbity dibbity PG shit. No, this is gonna be a real, probably like a real fucking game, bro. Like, you know, like a Last of Us type of shit. Like,
nah, you can't. You can't do that, bro. They're gonna start a war. They're gonna start a war.
Whoa, bro. That's like telling me you making a Mario game and the first thing I'm gonna see he drinking a 40. No.
I can see that though. I can see him putting down a pint.
Yo,
I can see Mario doing that.
Cause he a grown ass man. But I'm just saying, like, if you tell me Ninja Turtles is making the game and the game is the Last Ronin, where it's like all of them died.
It's not even a Ninja Turtle.
Like, bro, that shit is
is the protagonist in that game.
Bro, do you know that whole story is like super depressing?
Yeah. But look at Stray. He played the cat game. He lost his family in the first 5 minutes.
I feel you, and we can say that about a lot of Disney movies. A lot of parents get clapped in the first 5 minutes.
You lived through it, dude, but you know what I mean?
I'm just saying, for a Ninja Turtles game, just that shit is super depressing. Like, for me to even be like, yeah, you can, because I'm like, hold up, what are you doing with the property? Yeah, we want to do Last Ronin. I'm like, yeah, okay, and then you sit down and think about it. Bro, he talks to his brothers in the comic release joint, and his brothers is dead, so he's literally talking to Go. I'm like, are they really preparing to put this in the game for a Ninja Turtle? If that's the case, bro, like, yeah, like, bro, you're literally making one of the most depressing comic book runs of all time, and I'm like, I'm here for it. But is a company going to give you the property to do that? Because I thought it was about Cowabunga eating pizza and following April and shit. That's what I did that already.
Now it's time to move on. Now we can do something else.
Boy, that's some real Zack Snyder shit to do to some Teenage Mutant Ninja.
You know what I mean? Like, you want to freak some people up in that shit. I know I do.
Me personally, I'm here for it. I would vote 100 times in a row for it. It's just that I'm so used to the people who own.
No, listen. I just want them to make a real graphical Turtles game, not no little crazy weird looking game. I'm talking about a real, like a Last of Us, almost to the Last of Us point graphically Turtle game, like a real story.
The best Turtle game you ever gonna have is the one we just had. The Cowabunga and the Turtles in Time.
I know, but that, you know what? I would love to have that kind of option of a game.
Yeah, bro. Because if you're doing a Last Ronin,
that's a sad fucking story,
bro. It's literally the saddest in their comic book run. That's literally the saddest issue.
Can you hear what you're doing to Cloud, bro? You can hear it in his voice. Yeah, man.
He's like so depressed right now. You don't even want to play it, bro. I feel bad.
No, it's not about. It's not about that. It's just that I'm so because you know how it's like Disney. They're like super protective of their IPs and their property and shit. If somebody was like, yeah, let's make a Mickey Mouse movie, but he's up here, he's a pimp and he's smacking Daisy around, like, no, we're not doing that with the property. That's too violent. And I would think the people who own Ninja Turtles wouldn't make a violent Ninja Turtles game, like, because you gotta understand that's way more violence we ever seen from any Ninja Turtles property ever, except for the comic book. So I mean, Yeah,
Well,
I'm down for it, but is everybody like? Because that shit
look
is
at
kiddie.
Injustice, dude. Look at Injustice with Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat being one of the most grotesque freaking games ever and shit. But with the DC characters, they still can't bring them to that darkness. There's limits.
That's what I'm saying. Like with Ninja Turtles, whoever owns the property, like, are you willing to give your kid image up? Because
Yeah.
that's some Heath Ledger shit. Because you got to give your kid image up. That's all I was
I
saying.
do like the idea, though. I do.
Oh
like
yeah, I would love the idea. That's basically Batman Dark Knight shit. Like, you definitely taking Ninja. But then I'm like, damn, are you sure you want to do that? I know Seth Rogen is coming out with his own Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, so
No, I have not heard nothing about that.
oh yeah, dog, the trailer's out and everything for that shit. So
Oh shit.
yeah, it's like in the art style of what's that, Miles Morales, but like Into the Spider-Verse, but that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shit is on crack. If you ask me, how they did the art style different from the multi-universe shit with Miles Morales. But yeah, dog, I had a good time with this pod, man. Wednesday, let me know what y'all doing. I already know what jerseys you're gonna be rushing, but
It just holler at me, guys. Tell me what time and shit. If
4.
you want me, I'll
4.
be around.
Yeah, 4 o'clock sharp, man. And this
4 o'clock sharp. All right,
Yeah, because
I'll
because
do what I
that's the
can.
PlayStation.
So I'll hop in here and there to see what's going on, see what they announce and shit. But then, like, I'll try to get home, and I don't have to go anywhere. I'll definitely come in and we'll talk about it. But
Yeah,
all
bro.
right, man. Yo, good show, guys. Really appreciate it, man. Cloud, as always, man. It's a pleasure. Rage. If
Thank you,
wanna be on
guys.
the panel from now on, bro, you're more than welcome, man. I think us three will just, we'll just move forward.
I don't know. I gotta see how my bank account is, cause Cloud want me to pay rent and shit, bro.
You gotta pay rent.
But no, thank you guys. I appreciate it, and this was awesome, bro.
Hell yeah.
All right, bro. I'm looking at this shit right now, and it says last Ronin game announced. I'm about to dig into this research.
Yeah.
Word up,
Yeah.
bro. Homework.
They doing it. They doing it.
All right, bro.
All right, man.